There we go. All right. 3, 2, 1. Live from a bar in Ireland, it's Super Gamekast 2 with your host, Bronson Fiore.
What is up, everybody? It is Sunday, June 5th, 2022, and you are listening to Super Gamekast 2, your number one place for video game news on the internet. I am Bronson Fiore, joined by the always awesome Aaron Reynolds.
I wish I was in a bar in Ireland right now. Shit.
Yeah, me too. The mod mommy wielder of the band Hammer, Miss Emily Hulslander.
I just want to say real quick, Happy Pride!
Yeah,
to
Happy
all of
Pride!
our friends in the LGBTQ plus community. Happy
I actually have a pretty cool story about that from work.
Oh,
I love cool work stories, Bronson.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear about them.
Yeah, and then finally, the Mr. and Mrs. Nasty Boots.
Hi.
Boots.
Hello.
Finally, good to have you guys on. We've been
I feel like I won a holiday on like one of those game shows.
Yeah.
hi.
yeah, it's finally good to have you guys on. Like I've been wanting to do it for a while. Like we're finally getting into proper guest mode this year. I think you're like the 4th or 5th batch this year. So,
We're very excited. How are you guys doing?
We're all good. We're all good.
Oh yeah. We've been working on a script today for the next video, and then that's about it, really.
Yeah.
And obviously playing Elden Ring.
Too much alcohol. I
course.
can't stop. I cannot stop.
So speaking of Elden Ring and video games in general, hey, what do you guys do on the internet? What's your content?
We make videos on YouTube
Okay.
about games.
It's really spoopy.
Kind of spiffy. We try and have like a story narrative, hopefully that people can follow. It's not exactly a review. Hopefully, we're trying to create a story.
Oh,
And a game.
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Right on. I know I watched your stuff and I very much got a girlfriend reviews vibe if you've seen their stuff.
I'm sure people's going to say that.
And
You know what I mean?
I see it too. We mainly try and pull influences from that editing style. We're still putting our own spin on it. But
yeah, like they actually review a game.
We
at
try
times,
and-
you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, we're still trying to find our own flavour a little bit as well.
Yeah.
So we're sort of treading the seas of girlfriend reviews, but also
Well, it's going to always come because we're a couple.
yeah.
People are going to say it regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're always going to be. There's always going to be some sort of stigma until you create your own audience.
That makes sense.
Obviously, they do great. Their editing's fantastic.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they've always had great production values. I know that over here, like we have basically completely ripped stuff from other sources that we liked. So
That's how you succeed.
To be fair, we have there's all our YouTubers that we watch that are bigger influences, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's just the ones that we look at every single one of their videos and be like, oh, I like that. Let's try and utilize that in a way that we
Where I would definitely say there's all our YouTubers that I would definitely have bigger influences.
yeah,
Definitely.
Oh yeah, like, we have pulled stuff from Castle Super Beast. We've pulled stuff from Giant Bomb. Like we've, for sure.
I'm gonna start pulling stuff from you guys and have a neon sign in my background. That's just badass.
It is. Those get pricey, man. I've looked into
I would
it.
imagine as such. I mean, geez.
I actually wanted to get like a Devil May Cry one that looks like the one in Dante's office.
Dude,
Yes.
that'd be
Yeah.
sick.
That would be sexy. Oh, imagine that late at night, Bronson. Woof.
All right. I'm glad everyone's here. We're all doing good. Because we don't have a lot of news.
Yeah, we had to put in a discussion topic because
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited for that too. It's just that we had to put one in because we have a total of 4 news stories.
Yep. Hey,
so
it happens. We're right before the not E3. So we're still waiting on all that news.
we had our first not E3 thing. So anyway, let's get this stuff out of the news out of the way so we can have fun with that topic.
Let's
and
do it.
The one big news story this week. Hey, France officially bans English gaming terms like esports and streaming.
What? What?
The French.
Why?
Well, okay, so
Wait, they hate them. They hate English.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. You know what? All right, yeah. They hate English. Got it.
all right. English jargon has invaded every corner of France, causing consternation among language purists. A trade fair popular with politicians during election season is called Made in France, for example. Despite widespread usage in business and elsewhere, the government has decided to pick on gaming, officially banning terms like streamer and cloud gaming, according to AFP. Going forward, the far more convoluted term that is in French. I am not.
Je animateur.
Yeah.
On direct.
Hold on.
Emily,
Je suis amateur en direct et jeux vidéo en live must be used for any government communication.
Yeah,
You also have to
you got
remember,
it.
I'm French Canadian. I speak a little bit of French on this.
All right. You know about some French purists.
I will.
I do know about the French purists, and they're a bunch of assholes.
I will go bug my girlfriend after
There you go.
the podcast because she took AP French. So,
Oh, did she really?
Yep.
Nice.
This seems like too many syllables. Make
French,
new words.
French is a gutter language.
Okay, hang on. Now, all right. Look,
Excuse you.
I like the French language.
It sounds every time I hear French, it sounds like someone who has peanut butter stuck to the top of their mouth trying to talk.
That's kind. Now that I think about it, that's
all the
kind of
buttons
what
are
you're trying to
back
go
there.
for because a lot of it is back here.
I'm sorry. What?
Oh.
What was that? Oh yeah.
I lived there for quite a bit. Like,
Oh.
I don't know. I enjoy it. I enjoy hearing it when someone who's fluent in it. I don't know. This just seems like so someone needs to get like a Zoomer representative of the French language to be like, okay, you need to make new words using the French language to be these words because this is bullshit.
Oh my
no vowels.
God.
You're not allowed to use any vowels.
Ah.
Your vowels are weird.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, shit.
so, however, it told AFP it's concerned that English terms could become a barrier to understanding for non-gamers. It's already a barrier to non-gamers in English.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. France's language keepers expressed concern about English jargon in gaming, have published a lexicon of alternate French terms back
Wait.
in 2017.
Is there a link to this?
If it is, it's on the original story.
Here we go. I found it.
The changes were issued in government's official journal, meaning they're binding on all government workers. However, it's hard to see them catching on in daily use, even on French websites or newspapers. Previous efforts to replace Anglicisms have not gone well. Its attempt to get people to use more French words failed completely, as the local France points out.
Man.
Like, I don't blame them. I can understand it.
I can understand it. I just think their solution is not great.
They're fighting to keep their culture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like there's
Fine.
more to you. It's more like there's more to your culture, you know, and like
The language? No, there's not.
I mean there is because like you could just like other countries and languages use English words for things they don't have. It's fine.
Shouldn't have they though?
It's true.
I think if
There's a lot of languages that have progressed and they move on through all other cultures, and you pick up things. You use Irish words that are actually Gaelic words that are in the Irish language. You use them and don't know you use them. Like we use things that came from the Vikings, like skull and window and so on and so forth. Like those words didn't exist until the Vikings came. Words like smithereens and brogues, that comes from Ireland.
right.
I mean, like all Romance languages, that's English, Italian, French, I think German,
Spanish.
all like are based off Latin. So it's
Latin.
yeah. So
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't know. If you want to be, I just think if you want to be purist, like absolutely go for it. But like, can you make new French words rather than like here? I got the lexicon pulled up here.
Like evolve the words.
L'Académie
Yeah, for all of
française.
them, for all the ones that they find problematic. Like, all right, yeah,
Evolve
absolutely. Go ahead and like come up with the French version of this.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, I agree. That's totally fine. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
But like, I now feel bad for like the government worker teams manager who has to look through these teams chats and be like, "Hey man, we can have you using that in the work chat."
Like the HR manager.
Yes.
Imagine HR coming down on you.
yeah.
The man you said esports today, like, and like you really
Can't do
shouldn't have said esports. Like somebody got really offended. See that old guy over there? He's a purist, and you said esports. He's really offended. You're gonna have to apologize, man.
You got to bring you into a room, just you two. Sorry for saying esports. So some of these are like I'm totally on board with. Hardcore gamers, like I can't pronounce it, but hyper joueur. Is that what this
close
is?
enough.
Close enough. I think that's awesome.
Hyper
Hardcore
jouer.
turned to hyper. That's great.
Yeah.
Hardcore gaming, pratique intensive. Sure.
Yeah.
Then there's like casual gamer, joueur.
Joueur occasionnel.
It's like, okay, sure, yeah. But then like,
debatable.
massively multiplayer online role playing game.
Where is that one?
Yeah,
That
Emily, do you
one's
want to take a
cut
shot?
off
You want to
on
take the shot at this one?
Whoa.
Where is that one?
Cut off in the video.
oh.
What's going on?
Yeah, can you scroll down a
I
little?
can't. It doesn't show my highlights. It's right.
Okay, here we go. We got it.
Oh, MMO game. Jeu en ligne multijoueur de masse.
I mean, really, in English, it doesn't matter any language. You probably should not be saying massively multiplayer online role playing game. Just say MMO.
You want to go the Yahtzee route, Mamorperger.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a strange story. Like, I get it in a sense. English, especially American English, we're just like such a mishmash of nonsense that we don't care. But
I mean, yeah, we're another gutter language because we just adopt and drop stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't spell.
Yeah, it's fine. But yeah. So I'm gonna be calling all of y'all hyper gamers from now on. Just letting you know.
Hyper gamers.
You're a hyper gamer now.
I know that.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's actually probably better.
Yeah.
Well done, Franz.
Lordy.
All right. Well, that's
All
a
right.
fun story.
That's a thing. Hey
That is a
guys.
thing.
Watch your language in France and
Seriously.
French
though.
Canadian.
You say MMO.
If you work for the government, if you don't work for the government, no.
Oh,
one
then it
probably
doesn't
cares.
matter. Okay.
Yeah, if you don't work for the government, no one gives a shit. But
Oh.
still, be careful with your language.
Be careful.
Especially out in France. They
Just don't
kick
speak
your ass.
English in France.
Yeah, don't speak.
I went to France one time, right? And obviously, because I used to love around France.
Mhm.
And a guy went on, and English, like, see when English people come, they completely take a piss out of English people, and like 100% take a piss out of them. Like, most of them can speak English, but like they'll refuse to speak English to English people.
Yeah.
So say if they find out you're Irish, they'll just start talking English. but a guy came on, an English guy came on the boat and asked to use the toilet, and he put up 3 milks because toilet.
Oh,
yeah,
my God.
funny. Yeah.
Wow.
And I went from a 0 to a 10 for laughter.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, but that's such a good story.
That's
That's
funny.
fantastic.
Squaresoft in chat says that's not very poggers, France. Yeah, wait a minute. What's the French version of poggers?
What is the French version for dog?
Well, you know, you're gonna have to ask the French government.
That's something that someone is going to have to.
Someone's gonna have to
do.
learn that one.
Yeah.
All
Or
right.
come up with the term for
So,
that one.
Yeah.
Anywho, hey guys, war in Ukraine keeps going. And,
Oh yeah, it does.
And because of that, more sanctions, more crackdowns are happening, including the Russian version of Gotham Knights has been canceled. The Russian subsite for the game leads to a 404 error, with the last confirmed version being May 12th. The Steam page has no references to Russian language support, and Warner Brothers has not made any official comment. But yeah, so I'm gonna take a guess and say if this thing is out in October and there's no version in Russia, I'm not gonna be surprised.
Yeah. I imagine this is part of a larger swath of games that are not getting sent over there.
Yeah. Sucks for the non-indoctrinated people who live there.
It sucks for the civilians.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
The bright spot for them is they can pirate still. So if you know enough to pirate and are able to get that to work, because Lord knows I wouldn't be able to do that with a modern video game.
No.
If you can get that to work, then fantastic. But
I can show you what you need for that.
Are you looking for a Russian fan base?
Yeah. Look, I would absolutely become a channel. It's like, here's how you pirate these games. No, never mind. I'm in Minecraft, in Roblox, Twitch.
But whoever like, do you want to pirate WB? Let's go. This is the step by step.
Yeah.
You need to learn Russian though.
That's the problem. I'll learn Russian.
One problem: Ukraine also speaks the language in parts, so it's a blow to both sides. To be honest.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But
yeah,
I imagine they'll be pirating too, and I imagine Ukraine's not going to care very much.
Yeah, I don't think that they have a big concern about playing video games right now.
You know, you ever see the systems that they all had in the 90s? All their systems were like pirated versions of the other systems.
Right.
They had a Pegasus, obviously Mega Drive was enormous here compared to Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
Like, enormous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Sega or Nintendo wasn't even big around there. They had Pegasus.
I've never even heard of it.
That's awesome.
That's kind of awesome.
Pegasus was their system around Poland, Ukraine, Russia, China.
Pegasus is a good console name.
That is.
I would get a Pegasus.
They barely know, like, nostalgia wise for Nintendo or Sega. They have Pegasus.
Dang.
There you go.
Wow.
That's wild to think about.
Yeah. Man.
That's the Western world we have all grown up in.
What's a Western though?
Yeah. I'm just gonna take this moment to say I scrolled past Gotham Knights, and for a very brief moment, I thought I was looking at Teen Titans, and I want the sequel to this game to be Teen Titans so bad.
Fuck yes, dude! I'd be so down for that.
That would be so cool.
Like a cartoon version of like the game.
I mean, I could handle a real life version too. Here's the Teen Titans in this style.
Here is the Arkhamverse Teen Titans.
Right.
There you go. That'd be cool.
That version.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. I also wouldn't oppose the cartoon version either, but you already got this engine, you got this all set up.
Kind of game.
Yeah.
You have the model for Robin. So
you got the model for Robin. You're 1/5 of the way through.
Yeah, there you go.
So
I'm actually really excited for that game because it's got co-op campaign on it.
Yep.
Yes.
2-player co-op campaign.
It's definitely a game that we're picking up. That and Suicide Squad co-op campaign. Anything co-op campaign that has to be played.
Yes.
I have very much become a big fan of that.
See that whole couch co-op feel? That's the best feeling in the world.
We love it, don't we?
Yeah.
It literally is the best. It's what makes you love games in the first place.
Yeah.
That
takes you back to
our solution here was, hey, everyone just buy their own computer.
Yeah, right. Unfortunately, this is what we have to do. But
so,
oh god,
for so long, it was just shooters that you could play with really friends. Do you know what I mean? And then you got games that now we've been getting these slew of games that you can play together, and it feels amazing.
Yeah,
Street 4, baby.
It Takes Two. What a fun game.
It Takes Two was like easy our game of the year.
That was game of the year last year.
That was we got to it after we did our game of the year stuff, but it was very good.
It's very good.
What was your game of the year last year? Was Endwalker, right, Aaron?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, mine was Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
So.
That's brilliant too. It was very good.
Yeah. That's what I hear.
It's just it's kind of weird. There was a lot of salt in people's mouths though since that Avengers game, and nobody's going to trust Square Enix again.
Yeah,
Right.
And that's unfortunate because that game was dope.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Avengers game is still alive. I'm amazed. I don't know. It's
Have some questions about it, but yeah, still running.
Yeah,
Still kicking.
you're right.
Spicy.
I'm pretty sure it's got more players than Halo.
I mean, we can check that right now.
Please.
You can check Steam numbers. I don't know about.
Yeah, not overall.
Yeah, check the Steam numbers and.
Check the Steam numbers because that'd be funny. Last I checked Steam numbers for Halo, it was like 6,500 from 20 million download.
Man.
Oh,
Yeah.
buddy.
Let's see. I want to see these results.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Low, really low.
Waiting on that Forge. Yep.
I gave up. I was like, nah, I'm not.
Co-op's eventually coming, and Forge is eventually coming.
Oh, what? You won't even be able to change things about? They're
Yeah.
developers and dickheads.
Shit.
I want to make some racetracks. That's all. That's what I want to do. Be fun.
Oh god, I'm trying to see if either of them are in the top 100.
Are they not even? Can you not find them?
No.
Wow.
I know. Hey, Forza Horizon 5's in the top 100.
I mean,
Hey.
yes.
That game was cool.
Here, I'll look this up. Avengers. Marvel's Avengers. It's going down. I can see that from the colors. 30-day average 273?
That's
right, okay. Halo's
Wait,
killing it.
like 273 people
200
or 273,000?
As far as I can tell, I'm going to click on the link again to make sure. They currently have 396 people playing right now. Their 24-hour peak.
Like, you have to remember as well, that game is like old and it's also got stigma.
Yes.
And
Oh my god, no.
Halo Infinite is at current players 5,700. So it's still up,
okay.
but man, it's not doing great.
My question for that game
That's
is how.
Yeah, that's less than 6. Yeah, it's less than what you were saying. Yeah.
I'm curious to know is
mascot.
Yeah, here's my thing though is like how many people are just playing that on Game Pass as well though, because like
Game Pass is a big thing.
None of those games I run them through the Steam client. I run them all through the Xbox client because I have the Game Pass sub.
Look, I'm only trying to poke a guy when it's down. You know what I mean?
I gotta kick them when they're down, so they learn.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how Destiny 2 got good. So
It did, and it did.
And it did get good. Same
Yep.
with Destiny 1.
Yep.
Oh,
No
Destiny
Man's
1
Sky.
No Man's Sky. Sea of Thieves.
Really bad.
Yeah. So
Sea of Thieves started out totally messed.
yes. So we just got to keep kicking Halo
I don't
Infinite.
think a single person here doesn't have a bad experience with Destiny. Then at the end,
No, I loved it.
oh, Destiny.
I still play it. I'm just busy in Final Fantasy right now.
Right.
I just can't get out of Elden Ring. I am stuck.
And yeah, here we'll get to that in a second. Here, let's get through the rest of this story. So we got Gotham Knights. That's it. So next story.
Next story. Hey, I love what this article put to the beginning. Everyone, get your tiny violins ready. We have some bad news for Netflix that we all feel really, really bad about. Netflix. So the test run for Netflix's new system for cracking down on people who are password sharing, currently happening in Costa Rica, Chile, and Peru, is not going well. Apparently, the core issue is one of messaging, with Netflix charging the equivalent of $2 or $3 extra to share their account with anyone outside their household, but the exact definition of household seems particularly vague and limiting.
Hey, I'm shocked and disgusted.
Hey, everybody watching the stuff for free.
You're right.
Once again, I've said
podcast sponsored by a VPN.
Now,
There you go. Yeah. Someone get us that check. We'll happily do it.
We will happily.
God damn it.
oh god, what's the minimum for a sponsors check these days? Like 5K. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll get there.
Hype. Under my nose, there's not much I'm not going to do.
Right.
I was gonna say, you give me $5,000, I'll hype whatever VPN you want.
What do you not do? You don't sell crypto. You don't talk people into going into the army, and you don't
sell the gambling services.
If somebody wants to snake oil, you don't shit like that. Like,
yep.
But if it's like a VPN or I'll sell that shit.
Yeah.
I'll tell you to go check out Raid Shadow Legends.
You know what
God damn it, Bronson. Just no.
I've already said that if this comes to the States, I'm canceling this shit.
Well,
The password crackdown.
Yeah, the password.
How are you going to Netflix and chill?
I'm gonna HBO flicks and chill.
Yeah.
HBO Max and chill.
Find
Paramount.
a movie on YouTube and chill. Have you ever done that? Have you ever tried to find the movies?
Yeah. Squaresoft says, man, it's so funny watching Netflix go from being an entertainment savior to a villain. You were the chosen one. You were supposed to save the world from Blockbuster, not become them.
It's like, oh my god,
Star Wars on that one.
Yeah, like, dude, it's this thing where I like, you're already paying for additional screens. Like, I pay for the $20 a month plan, so I can get 4K and 4 people watching at the same time. Because I share it with my mom, I share it with Anthony, I share it with my roommate. So yeah, like there's enough to so like all those things together. So you're already paying for multi-screen. Them wanting to throw on an additional $2 to $3, which I'm gonna say in the States will probably be $5. For the privilege to do it from any other house, which in my case, like, okay, I go over to my girlfriend's house fairly frequently, so how's that gonna work? Because we usually just throw it on the laptop. What?
Just get a Fire Stick?
Yeah, but I assume it reads your IP address. Like,
but if you hack it though?
Oh, yeah.
You can chip it?
You do that.
Fuck Netflix, fuck everything.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like, dude, it's multiple people I've already talked to are like, this is the last straw, piracy ahoy, or I'm just gonna go to different services. Like yeah, no, I could cancel Netflix and go get Crunchyroll and save money and just watch a shit ton of anime.
Yo,
there you go.
There you go. And guess what? You'll have a great time.
You would.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Blasian, thank you for the sub.
Thank you, Blasian.
18 months, my boy. Thank you.
Oh, heart?
If he makes it the full 2 years, we gotta do something special for him.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Squaresoft says it was pointing out all the canceling of shows that they like as well.
Hey,
like
I like
on top
this
of
show.
all this.
Canceled.
Yeah.
Hey, I like this show. Canceled.
Nope. Done.
I have one show on there that I still like that's still like running, and it's Cobra Kai.
Right.
Oh yeah, they just dropped season 4.
Yeah,
no,
it came out.
Things.
That was Stranger Things. But season 4 of Cobra Kai hit in January, and season 5 is hitting in September. And it's like,
okay,
yeah,
I still got a little bit of time to binge on Cobra Kai.
Yeah,
cool.
We haven't watched a single episode of it yet, and I really should watch it.
I know we need to.
But last night, I showed the kids the first time I showed the kids Evil Dead 2.
Oh.
Good call.
Fucking loved it.
Yeah.
It's so good.
They actually loved
so
it.
good.
Like, they turned around, like, their favorite films before that were Batman and Blade.
Nice.
No, Batman.
The new Batman and then Blade with Wesley Snipes. So that was their favorite films. And then they watched Evil Dead 2 last night and they were like, that's the best film we've ever seen.
Well, you have to have Army of Darkness scheduled next.
No, that's Friday, Army of Darkness. And then the Ash vs. Evil Dead TV series.
Yeah. Okay, no. I approve.
Right there.
I approve of this.
So good.
Oh, God.
Yeah, no. Squaresoft. Netflix tomorrow. Cobra Kai canceled. Shit.
And my sub is suddenly canceled.
Like,
if they canceled Cobra Kai, that means Netflix is in dire straits because that's a big one for them.
Yeah, no. When I get people in the Discord talking about it, that's why I know. Oh, this is popular. So.
Oh man. Yeah, this is. So what are the problems that they're running into?
So apparently that, let's see, we're confused about the new rules, and Netflix wasn't really enforcing them. An anonymous customer service rep saying they're told that if a customer calls and complains, they should be given a special verification code. They'll let them use their account at multiple locations. So even Netflix doesn't seem concerned with sticking to this system. Let's see. So, limited account to a physical location. Only probably anything Netflix gives a shit about screwing over consumers. Seeing as how we're even talking about anti-sharing crackdown in the first place, it seems pretty obvious how much Netflix cares. Says avclub.com.
Wow.
Cool. So we now know that cheat code, I guess, if you're willing to sit on the line with customer service.
Right.
This, as we keep saying, this seems like a thing for short-term profit, just to bump them up for a quarter or two. It is incredibly stupid. And
a piece of shareholders.
That's the thing.
Make better things. Make people want to subscribe. Isn't that? Imagine that.
What a novel idea.
Right.
Yeah. Could you
either instead of buying an IP that nobody gives a fuck about and trying to make a show that nobody gives a fuck about, why don't they just pay a writer who needs money, wants to make a good show, find a director that has some sort of credibility, and do it.
and let it go on for as long as it needs to, you know?
No, what's easier for companies like this here is they buy a shitty IP from like the depths of DC and then try and make a shitty ass show and make people want to buy into it and then wonder why they hemorrhage money.
Yeah. Put a bunch of money into making a live action version of a well beloved anime and just butcher the whole thing.
Honestly, I would crucify Netflix if they got their hands on Lobo.
Yeah.
Like if Netflix got their hands on Lobo and put the Rock on it or something.
Right. Yes.
The thing is like I'm sitting here as like a Dragon Ball fan, knowing that like they're gonna do that one day, aren't they? They're going to attempt.
They've already crashed and burned with the live action.
That's the thing. There's a reputation of them crashing and burning with trying to make that live action on a national scale.
Yeah, you could
just do it again.
How's the guy from Buffy the Vampire Slayer is Piccolo?
Yeah.
Oh god.
All right, no, yeah. Let's cast this. Michael Cera is Gohan. Let's see here.
God no. We're in hell. We're officially in hell, guys.
Yeah. No,
like we're doing a hell's Mojambo.
There you go. All right.
Oh
damn it. No. Oh man. Danny DeVito is King Kai.
Yes.
Okay, now you're making us want to watch this horrible idea. Why?
Why, Aaron? Why?
God damn it. Yes, exactly. This is why Akira Toriyama retired from Dragon Ball. They've been getting some Dragon Ball stuff back going this year, so
yeah, we're getting a new movie.
We've not watched any Dragon Ball GT, and I really should be watching.
I mean, Super's fantastic. I really like it.
The new one.
Yeah.
Super GT.
GT's the old thing after Z that I don't know. Bronson, you're a better voice for GT than I am.
My opinion on Dragon Ball GT is that is a really lot of cool ideas executed incredibly poorly.
What's amazing though? Have you ever watched Dragon Ball Abridged?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
That is like that's the second best way to watch Dragon Ball.
Yes.
Yeah. The best way is you watch Kai, then you watch DBZ Abridged. There you go. So, GT is one where Vegeta has a mustache, right? Yes, that is correct.
Which is fantastic.
And then he shaves it because someone criticizes it.
Oh, Vegeta.
He's so stubborn. He's so thran.
Stubborn yet sensitive, and can't.
I don't make fun of him.
All right, yeah. Netflix sucks.
Yep.
They're continuing to push forward with this password stuff. We'll see.
looking for any excuse to cancel once Cobra Kai is done.
Yeah.
So, all right, moving forward though. Hey guys,
Last news story.
State of Play happened. PlayStation.
Ooh, that actually happened.
Yeah.
And it was fucking pretty good.
It was all right. That's like they certainly opened with an absolute fucking banger. That RE4 remake.
Yeah.
They opened and closed, and that's all that matters. See anything in between? Don't care.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So they opened up with RE4 remake, and that's a March 24th date.
Wow.
Trying to get that in right before that quarter end buzzer beater there.
You don't want to bring their games out that early though. They're always between February and April.
Right?
Always.
It's you want to do January to March, or you want to do October to December.
Yeah, true.
All their games. I think RE2 remake came out on the very end of January. RE3 remake came out at the very start of February. The Resident Evil Village came out April, the start of April.
Did it? That came out in April? Really?
Yeah. That came out.
They always bring their games out around that time period.
It came out May 7th.
Oh.
Still in that window-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're always in that window with their games.
Yeah, that's
interesting.
I remember Monster Hunter World being January. Devil May Cry was March. They really like late winter and spring.
They go in that window. That's where they live.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like unless it's like a remaster or something. Capcom's window is the start of the year.
Yeah, and this game, what little they showed looks great. I have faith because of their current track record's been really good.
Well, here's where I'm. RE4 is one of the greatest games ever made, right? Personally,
yeah, absolutely.
But if they cut out and they take away stuff, like the RE3 remake is piss poor in what it could have been. And do you know what I mean? Like the first day we played it, we got it 12 o'clock that night. I had it finished before I went to bed, but there was no replayability. There was no ends. There was no this. The Nemesis was not really a threat. He was just a part of a cutscene, or he was there for such an. That's how I felt about it. I felt they dropped the ball with the RE3 remake.
Yeah,
it's very easy to drop the ball with the RE4 remake because it's got a certain tone. It's got a B-movie feel. It's got an environment. It's got humor. It's got satire. Like when I played it on the VR, they cut content.
I feel RE3 also was a rush job to capitalize.
Yeah. They rushed it out, and they also give it that free game.
Yeah.
You remember that shit? Did anybody play that game?
I did not.
No, I didn't. I don't even. Yeah.
And then, where the hell's RE-verse?
I
just all got it loaded on my PlayStation. I'm fucking waiting for it to open.
Thank you, Emily, for handling that spammer in the chat. And we got a comment from Squaresoft. Thank you for immediately showing the release date. I hope other games will follow this. Can't stand seeing cool visuals and not knowing it's going to come out this year. RE-verse is in the same universe like Silent Hill, never coming out.
Damn.
Don't Silent Hill bury it. Don't Silent Hill bury it. I want to play it.
Here's the thing. I have more faith in them doing 4 right, though, because they know that, like, that's one of the 2 they had to do right, which were 2 and 4. Like, when it comes to Resident Evil...
Sorry, it's the tone that you need to get right.
Yeah,
they don't need... It's the tone of the game.
And I think looking at Resident Evil Village, I think that showed they can nail that. Because that very much has a similar tone to RE4. That's why I liked it a lot more than I liked 7. So yeah. Anyway, so that's I agree with him. I'm happy we got a date because, like, as much as I enjoy trailers like this, I can't stand the fact that Sony hates showing me dates. They can't stand it.
I mean, I don't blame them.
They've got commitment issues.
Yeah,
like
committophobes.
I just, games are hard to make. Who knows when they'll be ready, truly. Like, if you're not willing to set down a date, like, don't set down a date.
You could
I
be
fully
these guys or Square. You could be Square Enix. They love setting dates.
I think it's just fine at the moment. I think don't expect dates. Jesus, people.
Yeah.
Trying to catch up.
And not even that there as well. They're totally understaffed. They had people get fired out of their jobs, and then they're like, "Oh, do you want to come back?" And they're like, "No, fuck you."
I think I think then don't show it until later, because like
I agree.
Come on, like
when you're ready.
Yeah, I agree. Like you could do Square Enix or you could do Nintendo, and like literally they showed a Metroid Prime 4 logo in 2017.
Mhm.
Yeah, but then they showed Metroid Prime or Metroid Dread in June, and it was out in October.
They also showed Bayonetta 3 in like December 2017.
Yeah.
Look, if you're trying to hurt me, you did. I'm still waiting for that one.
Like Reggie Fils-Aimé was still there.
Right.
December 2017 is when they showed Bayonetta 3. That's just when they were like, we have games.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
We promise.
It's like we've greenlit a project. Here's a 30-second teaser.
True.
Like where's Spellbound?
Spellbound.
Don't even.
Yeah, you don't want to do it like Duke Nukem Forever.
This is the problem of showing things too early.
Yeah. Just finish the game. God damn it.
Dude, like,
finish the game.
Did we not wait 10 years for Final Fantasy 15? And we waited.
Oh my god, Final Fantasy VII Remake. I remember them. They showed that at the first E3 I went to, and it still wasn't out by the last E3 I went to.
Yeah.
2015? Not 2013?
Yeah, they showed it in 2014, and then it came out in 2020.
Jeez.
Jesus.
See, that's the thing, and you're waiting that long too, and you had that game super hyped in your head, and you enjoyed it, but it didn't live up to the expectations that you wanted it to be.
Well,
Right.
especially because if you have that long of a dev time, you have the problem of like, oh, they're putting this much time in, it must be great.
Yeah.
It
was brilliant.
I personally loved it.
Best game.
I thought it was fine.
I want to play it more. I was enjoying what I played, and I fell off.
Yeah.
But I'm
The only problem with I've got an opinion on episodic games.
Mhm.
And I've got an opinion, and I feel it's a strong enough opinion, right? I think to keep game budgets like high enough, but where you can pay without inflation of games constantly going up. Episodic is a good route to go, where they can still have a high budget. You pay this price for a game. Game prices don't change, but if you're being episodic, you don't wait from an episodic. You go from Saturday to Saturday, and that's one episode to an episode. Don't go 5 or 6 years.
right.
Well,
Episodes.
it's the old
I
joke
understand
about
getting a budget and keeping game prices down. It can make sense.
Yeah.
It's just that like every person who's tried it has failed miserably, except Telltale, who just burnt their staff out entirely.
Yeah. So either you have all the development going on an entire game and break it on the episodes and finish one part at a time, or we just have to pay more for games.
I mean, I've already said I've accepted it. Pay more for games. Fine. Games last forever nowadays anyway. Like, dude, I put, how long Elden Ring is and Horizon is and Gran Turismo 7 is, and like, I've
But
put
you can't play those games every day.
Yeah.
I've put 250 hours in Lost Ark, and I'm still not even in the third, the final tier for rating. Like, like Final Fantasy, same thing. Like, Destiny.
These are MMOs.
Yeah, but
Yes.
like, dude, I spent $75 after tax on Horizon. By the time I'm done, I'm gonna have like 70 hours in that game.
$1 an hour.
But, like between like all the side quests and yes, I think or like Halo Infinite. I put 20 hours in the campaign. I put 70 hours into its multiplayer. Like if I would have spent the $60-$70 on that, I would have got my money's worth. Games are longer than ever.
Xenoblade 3's coming in July, and if I'm guaranteed 150 hours in that game.
And me too.
Guaranteed.
200.
Guaranteed 150 to 200 hours. Guaranteed before DLC.
200 easily.
Yeah, like this isn't like the 360 days where like most games are like 8 hours long and you were done.
It's hard. It's really hard to actually find games that are that short these days.
Yeah, we struggled. We actually look for games that are in that bracket. They make a video,
and you can't. Not ones that are. Do you know what I mean? Anyway.
Yeah.
Obviously, we done an Elden Ring video, but we done a what's it like? Why do you need to play an Elden Ring game, or like a From Software game, or like it was more from the like idea of I was lying that I was only trying to impress her that I played these games, so that was a concept, but it had to be a concept video. Otherwise, the video would have been 4 days long and it would be a nightmare to edit.
Well, yeah, like, you know, you look at like Bloodborne, for example. Bloodborne, if you just do a straight shot of the main path, it's like 40 hours, bro.
Just straight.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that though. You don't.
You're right. Squaresoft has been going off in the chat here. Really think there's an interesting idea with the episodic argument. Although it works with Telltale games like episodes 1 through 5 more, while with big budget games it doesn't work because the fan base could eventually be tired of that game after a certain episode. Can you imagine if Horizon did something like Horizon Episode 1, Zero Dawn, Horizon Episode 2, Forbidden West? I feel like
I would
eventually
be very frustrated.
It works if it's got a story arc. It works if there's a story arc and you have to invest, and people are going to invest in a story arc. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I think for me it would depend because like I've kind of been, you know, so I think but the length between episodes would be like months and months, not like a week, at least in most cases. And
are you saying you could get all episodes in a year?
Okay,
and then buy it all in one go at the end.
Like that's what I would have to do, but then I couldn't do it because I do this show. So like that kind of creates its own little problem for me personally, but I think that could work. I think for the audience that's been which is trained like, oh, I get a whole game and I play through the whole story in however long, like it'd be an issue for them. But then again, Final Fantasy 14 has been like, it has a way Final Fantasy 14 works is like you get the main game story with whatever expansion is out, and then over the course of the next 2 years, about every 3 to 6 months, you get another, like 4 hours of story, and the 0.1, the 0.2, the 0.3, the 0.4, and the 0.5 patches.
That game is a super monster, though. Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah.
People talk about it as their game of the year every year. It's like a monster.
Well, So I started playing it like seriously last year. Like I had a character that was like level 35 when I started because I played it pretty early in its life and then stopped. And then I came back last year, and in 1 year I put like over like 400 hours into it.
Yeah.
And
we were. What game did we actually buy instead?
Of what?
Instead of Final Fantasy 14.
It Takes Two, isn't it?
Alright, so we were going to buy It Takes Two. Or Final Fantasy 14 was like, because we were looking to play a game co-op, and it was the start of the year, and we were like, Final Fantasy 14, because we console share, so buying one game is just, it's buying 2 games.
Yeah.
So we were like, alright, well, but no, it wasn't It Takes Two, it doesn't even matter, but Final Fantasy 14 was £10, so that's £5 each or whatever, but like, it doesn't even matter. So Final Fantasy 14 was like £10, and I sat there and I was all, look, I really, really want to buy this game, but I'm really aware of what will happen to me if I play this game. And I had a toy with the idea. I had to convince myself that it was a better idea of me not playing Final Fantasy 14 than it would be to probably like my house burning down around me. And
let me tell you, went over to my girlfriend's house on Saturday, and we started playing at like noon. And we played all the way until she had stuff to do at 6, and then 8, and then she got that done, and then we ate, played, and like could have easily kept going if it wasn't so late. Like 6-hour sessions straight.
You have to like drag yourself away. Like I understand what that game would do to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So RE4 remake looks awesome. They're doing RE Village in VR, which cool. 7 was good in VR. So there's that. Street Fighter 6 got its first little gameplay trailer.
Was it 23 characters they showed? 22?
Well, they showed like gameplay for like 4 of them, but then yes, they did show something akin to that, I believe. But it's gonna be 23 characters from all the leaks anyway. They've talked about a bunch of systems, haven't shown them in practice. The initial roster is pretty good though. A lot of classics with a lot of newer favorites. And if you are one of the people who are crazy and care about the Street Fighter timeline, this is officially the first game they're making that takes place after Street Fighter 3 in the timeline.
Interesting.
Yep.
Okay.
That lore, that people love that Street Fighter lore.
They do.
I've been playing Street Fighter since I was a child, and I thought those were crazy people, and I still do. But like from a system standpoint, from what they're describing, it sounds like a middle ground between Street Fighter 3, and Street Fighter 4.
I hope it launches a lot better than what Street Fighter 5 did.
You can't get much worse.
That was one of the worst fucking things I've ever opened.
I reviewed that, and I remember giving it a 7 out of 10 because the core fighting was a lot of fun. It was really good.
It's a fighting game if they haven't got that part right.
Yeah, it's just that the everything else, like the lack of characters. Like if you are not one of like the hardcore FGC people who is just going to live in training mode and online / local matches, that game had nothing for you when it launched.
Yeah. And now, if I wanted to, because I wanted you to just jump on and fight, and I could not do that.
I mean, I could, but but I'm also
for review.
Yeah, like that was part of it. I was just like, I just kept hitting rematch, and it eventually found me a match. You know, like you just mash the button and it finds you one. And then within a couple months they got it working. And if you're a fighting game fan like me and you don't give a shit about that casual content for the most part, you're like, whatever, fine. I can play matches successfully online against other people now. We're good. And training mode works great. So they got what I wanted, but it needed more characters, it needed more modes, it needed its online to actually function.
They learn their lesson though. Will Capcom learn their lesson? It kind of seems like when Capcom make decisions, they have like Resident Evil decisions, and then all the rest who gives a fuck. Maybe Monster Hunter. Sorry, Monster Hunter as well.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter decisions are always really solid as well.
Yeah, Monster Hunter, you don't get anything too bad. Like you don't get anything too rough with Monster Hunter at least. But yeah, so I think that this game looks fine. It's coming out next year is what it said.
Yeah, sometime 2023.
They finally changed that logo.
They did. It's better.
Still not great, but yes, better.
It's less stolen.
Yeah. I miss my classic Street Fighter font, but whatever.
We're a fan of that here. If you've noticed from the podcast logo,
yeah.
Of course.
But yeah, no, I'm excited for Street Fighter 6 as a Street Fighter fan, but I'm also kind of just a little tentative as well.
Yeah.
That's fine. I fell off 5 entirely during season 3. Like Dragon Ball Fighters came out, and I was like, "Who the fuck would play Street Fighter ever again after this?"
Do you use a stick and buttons?
I actually use a controller for. It depends on the game. So Street Fighter, I use a stick. Dragon Ball Fighters, I use a pad. So it just depends on the game for me.
Mm-hmm.
Do you use the Hori one or?
I use the Mad Catz Tournament Edition one for the stick. For the gamepad, I just use a PlayStation controller. So, yeah, that fight stick over there is signed by Justin Wong.
Oh yeah.
So
nice.
Yep.
What else is there for this?
Horizon is gonna get this VR game thing called Call of the Mountain. It's like a side story.
Yeah.
So there's that. Horizon Forbidden West gets a major update that includes New Game Plus, which for me is the biggest whatever, because I'm just like, ah, cool. I haven't even finished the regular game yet. So there's that.
Like, see, I seen that. I seen that announcement, and they were like, "Oh, now you can do New Game Plus. Now you can do this," and like that should be there at launch.
I was just like, that's great, bro. But like, I'm either the way I'm playing games these days is I either need the New Game Plus right around when it releases, or I'm beating it way later, and I'm not gonna give a shit to go through it again.
Right.
So
good timing.
Yeah, exactly. The Callisto Protocol that got a release date of December this year. So yeah, there's that. And then you have Stray, that game where you play a stray cat. That game actually looks pretty cool. It's coming out in July, and the crazy part is it is free to PlayStation Plus members in the middle and then top tier, but not the bottom tier, which is
interesting.
Which is
Kinda
weird.
sucks too.
Bullshit fucking setup, isn't it?
Yeah, that was
Tiers. Anything out of tiers is bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels
Scam.
real good.
It's such a scam, and it makes you feel bad.
It does, and like not only that, but it's just like, why don't you just put?
Why are the PS1 games in the top tier?
I mean, yeah, there's that for sure. Like, you want to talk about
why are the PS1 games in the most expensive tier in running in less than 50 hertz?
Right.
We had some words.
I watched the show. Oh well, thank you.
God damn it.
No,
That's so bad.
Just every time, dude. And we've said this before.
This is what I thought Jim Ryan thinks. Jim Ryan came up with a statement going, nobody wants to play retro games. Nobody gives a shit about old games. Nobody wants to go back. So when they made this here, they put the oldest games at the most expensive list, and he's going to put a tally up to see how many people have paid for it to play these games to prove a point. And then talk about some cats.
I can see that. I can very much see that.
Squaresoft in the chat. Callisto Protocol is developed by the people who made Dead Space, right? And I believe so.
Yes, I believe that is correct.
That is something to keep in mind.
We thought that was Dead Space.
I said Dead Space. As soon as I saw it, it's like, it's Dead Space.
I was like, it's not Dead Space.
It is, but it isn't.
That was my view on that as well. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, that's you're making a new Dead Space.
Nice.
Neat. I thought it was the Dead Space remake at first. I was like,
honestly, we thought it was the Dead Space remake.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that was
play it.
Yep.
That was my.
Tried to make me play it years ago, and you're not gonna make me play it.
Lordy.
All right.
Yeah, that's that game is cool. Ninja's happy about it because that's on his fantasy game critic that he has going.
Right.
That's gonna have a real rough year in this current rate.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to Ninja's fantasy.
Yeah. So anyway, there's that.
Yep.
Next up is hey, Spider-Man Remastered coming to PC in August.
Yeah.
So, and then not only that, Miles Morales will be coming later in the fall to be specific. So
I'm down.
Miles Morales.
Yeah.
I played both those games on PS4 and PS5. I'm not really feeling to go through them again, but hey, if you are one of those people who does not want to buy a PlayStation, those are.
I really preferred Morales, but sorry.
No, I just didn't understand why it was on the state of play. If I'm honest,
because it went to Steam.
I know
it went to PC.
But then I was like,
because it's the best-selling PlayStation game that's ever existed.
Yeah, but
It's literally the best-selling PlayStation game that's ever existed.
I just felt like it wasted a little bit of screen time. I thought they could have had something else in its place. But it's great it went to PC, but also
I
think that slot was more like Sony being like big dick swinging.
yeah, and
Yeah.
like give me more.
Actual PlayStation game.
Yeah, I don't care.
We watched a PlayStation State of Play. We don't want to watch a PC State of Play.
Exactly,
Yeah.
that's my point.
I mean, we
damn.
talked about it last week's show that they want 50% of their income in 3 years to be PC. So I mean,
PC and mobile.
I
Yeah.
get it, I do.
Yeah.
PC mobile, yeah.
It's not a stupid move.
It just proved to me that they didn't have much else to show. If that's what they're
yeah,
like.
You're
I
doing
can see
more of that Spider-Man, huh? All right.
Yeah,
I'm
Cool.
just
Do you want that
Cool.
Spider-Man game from like 2018?
on a different platform.
We got it on PC, motherfuckers. Go buy it.
Remastered this game that came out on PS4 and PS5. We're gonna remaster it. What the fuck are you? Whatever.
Again.
people like Quinn who refuse to buy any console ever are going to be very happy.
Yes, no, I'm super
Yes,
stoked at the
very
possibility of playing it on PC. I just
But like, I wish the thing is because I own consoles, I am very much of the mindset like, well, you know, why, you know, like I'm not going to buy these on PC unless you give me the PC version day one.
right.
Like this is the way it is.
Like even if I own like we have a gaming setup, right, with a PC or whatever, right, but there's no fucking there's two chances I'm going to go play God of War from 2018. That's jack and shit. I've already played it.
Mm-hmm.
Right, like I'm gonna, if anything, I'm gonna play it again on the console to finish up the trophies I missed. Like,
Right.
not-
Yeah, you want that platinum?
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. You know, like, so until they get to that point where it's like day and date, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to be that guy that bought The Witcher in every possible avenue.
Right.
I would do that.
You know, try to.
Like, the only game that deserves that's Doom.
Grand Theft Auto got me on every platform.
I did it.
Like Doom was on a microwave. Come on,
Skyrim
Yeah.
was on a refrigerator.
that's a meme. Like Doom was literally on a microwave.
You can play Skyrim on your Alexa.
We watched how that happened.
Yeah.
Alexa
all right.
can understand me.
Yeah.
Imagine.
So anyway, so they got so next up was No Man's Sky coming to PSVR 2. That's
Great.
cool.
It looks amazing. It actually looks amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm just so confused about Sony's priorities so often because I'm just sitting here going like, so you don't want to make a proper Game Pass competitor, but you really want to commit big to VR, which like is expensive and no one really makes games for it all that often.
My problem with VR is like I've had great VR experiences, like really fucking good VR experiences.
Sure.
But they're very few and far between.
Yeah, like for every Beat Saber.
Astrobot Rescue Mission, one of the best games I've ever played.
Beat Astrobot, to be
Yeah,
honest.
Astrobot Rescue Mission is one of the best games I've ever played.
For every like Beat Saber or Half-Life Alyx, there's like 20 VR games that are trash.
Oh, come on, what am I? You're not talking about Astrobot Rescue Mission here as well?
that's fair.
No,
Like,
he's not.
if Nintendo brought Astrobot out and they give you the exact same game and reskinned that as Mario, they would talk about it like Mario 64. It's that good of a platformer.
Wow. Okay. It is a shame that is locked to the VR platform I do not have.
That's the problem. That's the other thing is
You actually played that. If you played Astrobot Rescue Mission and you reskinned it in your head as a Mario game, and Nintendo brought it out, you would go, "Oh my god, Nintendo changed the game."
man.
I mean, part of why Mario is so great is art and music, but
Well, yes, but like we're talking about like
from a mechanic standpoint,
Like
yeah.
that's how I always heard about it, and I was like, "Oh man, maybe VR games are going to get good now because people are taking notes from Astrobot." And I guess that's not happening yet.
Batman VR is really good as well, though.
It didn't. What?
Sure.
Batman VR is really good, but it's like a tech demo.
Yeah, like I mean, I've heard there's plenty of great VR games.
You know what's terrible? Iron Man.
That's unfortunate.
Really?
I don't want to say the words because you wouldn't be able to bleep it out enough how bad that game actually is.
Like Half-Life Alyx was the
shit.
VR game that blew my mind. Like that was the game where I was like, holy shit. This is fucking mind-blowing.
Yeah.
The bad part about VR though is I also get motion sick after about 90 minutes of it. So
Yep.
Sure.
That's Iron Man.
I didn't get that with our Resident Evil 4, and I played it in 2 days. I completed the game in 2 days, and I'm talking 6 hours a day. I was on the game, but it was because I was in VR. I know the game, but I was on VR. I was like, yay! I'm actually in here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I mean that's really awesome. Like it's just that like I think a smarter move for them, especially considering how strong their first party is, would be to funnel money into their Game Pass competitor, which is also more expensive than its competitors. Then focus on this niche expensive tech.
Sony's doing Sony. Sony's doing the thing where they feel that they don't need to do anything until they have to do something. Look at the PS3 era.
Right.
Yeah, like
They're doing. Oh well, sure, we don't need to do that. Well, who the fuck needs Rumble?
I mean, one of my favorite eras of Sony though was like a late era PS3 when they realized, okay, we need to fix this shit immediately.
Yeah, exactly. Sure. And they changed everything. What they're doing, their mistakes are going to make better competition, which makes better games for us, better deals for us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So furthermore, we got Season, A Lair of the Future, Walking Dead, Saints and Sinner coming to VR2. Eternal Knights is a dating sim action game.
All right.
Coming in early 2023. We got futuristic skater shooter.
Sure.
Roller Dome. From the people who made Ollie Ollie World.
Cheap Jet Set Radio.
Yeah, right. A little bit of that.
Like a really bad Jet Set. It's like they tried to make Jet Set Radio, but then forgot to make it good.
Forgot the music, forgot everything.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie though, I saw that game and I'm like, this totally seems right up Aaron's alley.
It is absolutely up my alley. I just hope there's more going on in it.
I was just like, oh, this totally looks like if Aaron would be into.
This absolutely is. It's just that they've created these empty areas, and it's like, man, I hope they've got more going on in this.
It looks empty.
It looks empty. I really want to play this.
But smooth. Everything looks kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
The music's not there.
Right.
Which
is interesting.
It says roller. What is it? Roller drone fight. Like there's nobody fighting. You're just shooting somebody.
Yeah, there's some gun between like one person, and then there's just this giant empty space, and yeah. So this is from Ollie World people, which that is a fantastic game.
Oh, right, okay, that makes sense.
There's a lot going on there.
That gives me
hack off to the developer for making a game that was okay. They making a game that is just like that's empty is like, oh.
That's the thing though. So they did some fantastic level design with Ollie World, but it was a 2D space. Like you can control that. Here's this giant 3D. All right, you need to have like stuff going on in here, and there's just from the video, there's just not a lot. There's one guy with a gun on the other side of these 3 bowls. You got to skate all the way over there to shoot that one guy. Like, cool. I hope there's more. It seems like it'd be much more fun if you had 15 other people trying to shoot each other.
Yeah. Like what do you call that phone? Is it James Cam? Isn't it? The roller skate
Rollerball?
Yep. Roller skate demolition kind of game.
Demolition Man?
Yeah. The Demolition Man.
Not Demolition Man. No, it's got roller boots. Like this is how old this is. It's got roller boots. They don't even have online skates.
Right. Yeah.
Lord.
Man. I don't know. I'm gonna keep my eye on this. I'll do that for all of us.
Yeah.
Please do.
Are you going to buy it at launch though, or are you just going to watch it and then see?
It depends on how much it costs.
That is definitely a factor for sure.
It seems like it should be a $30 game, but I don't know.
Dude, even the smaller indie titles are getting expensive these days. Like Rogue Legacy 2 is $25.
Yep.
Like that's
what?
So
Gaming is getting expensive now, my guy.
It's an expensive habit.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I think that, and then I like. I think that, but then I like. Sorry, I think that I hear about like Anthony's like car hobby and hear about that, and I'm like, oh no, never mind.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah, that shit is expensive.
It is nearly 75 quid a game. Jesus.
Yeah,
It's going.
absolutely. I mean, this is why this is partly why everyone's like, why do you play just all this stuff on Game Pass? Because it's affordable.
It's like $15 a month for all of these fucking games. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I either wait for games to come on PlayStation Plus.
Yep.
Or Game Pass.
Yeah,
Game Pass.
Expensive. It is expensive. It's expensive. Do you know what the gaming industry needs? Shame.
Shame.
We need to bring back shame.
Get the
You need to be like, like, oh, you're a gamer, you must be a virgin. Yeah, totally virgin. We need to bring all that back because game prices have come down.
Just need to throw shade at everybody.
Oh god, it's so.
Lord.
Yeah, no, God of War. The new God of War is on as part of the PS Plus for this month, and I have not played it because I just can't. I just don't want to spend the money. So I hear it's one of the best games of the last few years, but I just
yeah, it's
that ending still makes me cry.
It's a really solid playthrough. It's just really solid.
yeah.
Like, the whole way through, it's like just fucking good.
All right. I have a chance to play it now, so.
That is a game that I have frequently thought about going back and getting a platinum trophy for.
Because it seems like it would be easy enough to do it too.
Yeah, I've been easy
platinum.
That's an easy platinum.
It doesn't seem like
I don't have it, but I would say it's an easy enough one.
Yeah,
look at me.
It's Niflheim though. Niflheim is the one that's gonna kick your ass.
Yes. But yeah,
I'm getting all them birds that would be in like.
Oh yeah, true.
Oh, the Valkyries.
I mean, the Valkyries seem like the hard part to me because all the collectible stuff, I'm just like, okay, whatever, just pull up a guide and just there you go.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to doing that. But yeah,
see the sound design in that game. The sound design in that game is.
Oh, dude! No, I got that game like right after buying a surround sound setup.
Wow.
It's got one of the best. It like set a bar for sound design. The sound design is it's like you throw that axe and you just hear it like cutting trees and all on the way back. You hear it echoing through and all. It's fucking epic, like.
Brilliant.
So
seriously though.
The last thing, and arguably the most exciting thing out of this whole thing, was that Final Fantasy trailer. I was very indifferent to Final Fantasy 16 up until this point. Like I was like, well, they got the Devil May Cry combat guy, and they got Yoshi P. It'll probably be pretty good. Certainly better than anything that they've made other than 14 since Final Fantasy 10. And this trailer, I was like, bruh, someone on our Discord said we're getting primal kaiju fights. And I'm just like, hey. Yeah, dude. The combat visually looks great. I hope that it controls and plays every bit as well. That's the hope long term. But yeah, so I think that the combat, if it plays like Devil May Cry 5 does, which is the same guy, and they have this ridiculous scale and a good story, this could be special. This could be the first one that I'm like, holy shit, Final Fantasy is back since 10.
Right.
So.
This is going to be the first Final Fantasy game I've ever played. I only dived into 15. So
you platinumed it?
We platinumed it.
Aw, that's so cute. I get the sentiment.
That's it. But 15 was the only.
That's not a fantasy game. Do you know what I mean? What she means is the whole fantasy outlook of a Final Fantasy game.
Right. Right.
Take her through Final Fantasy 4. There you go.
Yeah. I would. I'll definitely go back. But
no, you won't.
Maybe I won't. That's a lie. But it's the first Final Fantasy that I'm actually really getting to see
because
Final Fantasy actually is.
Like your experience. She likes Dragon Quest.
I love Dragon Quest so much. It's such a good game.
But that was her that for her. That was her Final Fantasy game.
It was. And then
Fair.
went into 15, driving around in a top-down car.
7 with a remake, which is look 7's just like postmodern.
Final Fantasy VII remake or otherwise is a very good game. It's just that it does not have the fantasy aspect to it really.
There's no fantasy elements of 15 or 7 remake, and that's the only 2 ones she's played.
And this is why I'm looking forward to 16, because I'm looking forward to the actual fantasy side of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really looking forward to it.
There's dragons. There's.
Oh, I love dragons.
The summons, though.
I have to stop watching this
Shiva,
trailer because I'm going to
Ifrit,
start playing
Bahamut,
Final Fantasy 14 the
Ramuh.
moment this is over.
I feel that, bro. Yeah, no, that like they use the Final Fantasy like music cue from the original.
Yep.
Oh, that's yeah. They really went the whole 9. And R.I.P. Ninja's fantasy team once again. Not this year.
Not this year.
Coming out summer 2023. So,
But I'm pretty sure he'll get first dibs on this when we do our draft next year.
yeah,
We'll see.
that'll probably be the first thing he'll go for. I can't blame.
Unless one of us grabs it first.
I guess, depending on what the randomizer gods.
My eyes are
say.
set. Yeah, we'll see.
All right, well, that was all the news. And like we said, we were going to have a special bit of topic here so we hit our full hour mark. Blasian says, gotta hop off for a bit. I'll try and get back if you're still going. Okay, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But yeah, so anyway, back to what we were saying. So we want to talk about what is our favorite PlayStation game by every PlayStation console. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Vita, and PSP.
Yeah.
Oh, there, that was in the thing.
I kind of did.
Well, I anticipated this, so I have a full list. This is nonsense. There is so much nonsense on the official list.
I've got my favorite games. Don't worry, I'm covered.
All right.
I have my favorite games.
Yeah, I got it was hard to pick.
1 through 4 and PSP.
Right.
That's fair. I understand. A lot of people don't have PS5s yet, and a lot of people
I never played a
didn't buy the
Vita.
Vita, so
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Unless it was my brother's. And
So
All right, Bronson, how are we gonna?
PS5 one because it was technically supposed to be PS5 exclusive.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't need to be exclusive. You want to
Does
play
it not?
like. I mean, if you want to put, so many of these have been ported just to other PlayStations alone.
Yeah, it's very.
No,
hard.
I'm on about like, it was supposed to be PS5 exclusive. You couldn't go back. If it was on a PS2 and you could put it on a PS1, I don't think you're allowed to put it on your list.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
All right. Well, anyway, let's get cracking. We'll go each console, start in order of release. So start with PS1. Hey, Aaron, what's your favorite PS1 game?
Oh God, don't start with me. I did not have a PS1. My brother did, and the only that was one of those things where it's like I had the Super Nintendo. That was my console while he was playing PS1. And so I played. I can tell you all that I played. I played a Spyro game. I played a little bit of 1080. And that was it.
Okay.
Yeah, I did not have a history with PlayStation 1, to be honest with you. But, I mean, the best PlayStation 1 I ever played... But PlayStation 1 game I played that I really, really enjoyed was the original Metal Gear Solid.
I figured that's what you were going to say.
Yeah. I had to go back, of course, to play that. But, yeah, that was... I love that game. That's a fun one.
That is a classic.
Yep.
For me, it is. I got a PS. So my dad was the one who owned the PS1 in the house, and I played on it every now and then, but it wasn't my thing. And then I got into those. So then I really started getting interested in those games like towards the very end of its life.
Mm-hmm.
But the game that always stood out to me that I really love is Crash Bandicoot 2.
Yeah,
like,
nice.
I played
Cortex.
Crash 2 over and over and over and over and over again. I got the full completionist run of it back in the day. Like that one is a all-timer. There are other games that are better that I've played through since Final Fantasy VII, Metal Gear Solid. I think you could definitely make an argument for Stuff like Vagrant Story. But number one got to be Crash 2. What about you, Em?
Oh God, this is hard because PlayStation 1 was one of the systems that I had when I was growing up because my brothers and we were playing on our Sega and we were playing on the PlayStation. For me, it would be the entire Spyro trilogy. So Spyro, Spyro 2, Spyro 3.
Yeah, pick one. Give us the one.
You have to
and
pick
then
one.
Crash Bandicoot Warped, and then Final Fantasy 7. Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was my shit.
Mm.
For me, I'd probably go with Spyro the Dragon.
The
that
first
was my
one?
boy.
The very first one, yeah.
Probably 1 or 2.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna go with 2.
All right.
More so than 1.
I think 2. That's another one where I think 2 was the best one.
Yeah.
So, but yes.
Crypto was my jam.
Nice.
All right. So we got the Nasty Boots. What are the Nasty Boots' favorite PS1 game?
You go first, and I'll go.
Right, PS1 number 1 is Resident Evil 2.
Obviously.
Nice.
Ooh, that is a good one.
That is a good one.
Obviously, closely followed by Metal Gear Solid and Gran Turismo 2.
I really had to think.
And Grand Theft Auto 2.
Mm-hmm.
I really had to try not to put Metal Gear Solid on mine, but
yeah, but like Resident Evil 2 was played Resident Evil 1, and then Resident Evil 2 was the whole that was just epic. It felt like a film. The storyline felt like a film. It felt like a movie that you could follow and move across. But Metal Gear Solid, why Metal Gear Solid is a very close second. Is like playing that Metal Gear Solid. But do you remember? Do you know the fight where you get with the psychic guy?
Yeah,
Take your controller from part 1, and they stock it too. That was mind blowing.
Mm-hmm.
That was literally mind blowing the first time we done that.
The rumble stuff, the whole like
when you're on the bed, everything's shocking. Yes, so good, man.
Especially for the time, man.
Right.
All right. And then we got Mrs. Nasty Boots.
So growing up, I never had a PlayStation console, but my friend did, who lived across the road. And for nothing more than just couch co-op, it was Tekken 3. Like playing with your best friend.
Arguably still the best Tekken.
It was brilliant. I like that to me. I have so many memories. One like
King.
Yeah, King. God, King. Yes. And like I have so many memories of playing like Resident Evil and stuff with him. But Tekken 3, it was always the best because I loved being a girl, just fucking smashing his ass like 9 years old and being like, you. Loved it.
Oh,
Girl
that's
power.
great.
All of that. My skills were all the rage back there.
That's awesome. Oh my god.
So yeah, Tekken 3 for me, PS1.
Well, nice. I've got really solid. My answers for the rest of this generation are. I'm so happy with what I've got in my head.
That's so fair. So PS2 is, I feel, the hardest one of these by far. I think there's just so much good shit on the PS2. My PS2 pick was easy because of how much I like this particular game.
Mm-hmm.
But I really could have put Devil May Cry 5. I could have put Okami, or not 5, Devil May Cry 3. I could put Okami. You got Resident Evil 4. You got I love Dragon Ball Z.
We said we're not allowed to do cross-generation games.
Wait, which game?
Resident Evil 4's GameCube.
Oh, that's saying
yeah.
But
GameCube exclusive.
Okay, fair enough. Man, I remember when that news came out, people were salty back.
Oh, they were salty. I bought a GameCube because of it.
There was so much shade.
See, I had a GameCube already, so I was like, "What fucking okay, whatever." So like, I'm not, I'm not gonna go pick it up again.
I bought a GameCube when Maker came out.
Oh yeah.
I got mine super early. I wanted it for Melee. Anyway, so my number one though is Metal Gear Solid 3. That game's ending is the first game to make me cry. That game, I found out stuff about that game that I didn't know about until like 2 years ago.
Right.
Like that's how crazy intense that game it is. It's one of my favorite stories ever. I think it's the most enjoyable story in the Metal Gear franchise. I think that it is just a goddamn amazing game.
Yeah. No complaints there. That's a hell of a game. Bronson? Oh, okay, you're there.
No, I mean, so I was gonna say, all right.
I mean, there's nothing else to say. Like, if you haven't played Metal Gear Solid 3, you should check that out.
Yeah. All right, Aaron, PS2.
Oh, I could have gone a number of ways with this. Devil May Cry 3 is up there. I was just looking through some lists. But, I mean, was Guitar Hero was originally just PS2, wasn't it?
That was the first Guitar Hero. And the second Guitar Hero did technically come out before the 360 one.
Guitar Hero 1 and 2 rocked my world. Guitar Hero, I actually wasn't even trying. All right. Guitar Hero 1 and 2, Devil May Cry 3, those games in particular like shaped who I am in a way. But there's only one answer I have for this, and that is Shadow of the Colossus. That game is incredible. I played that game. I played the remaster of that earlier this year. And God, I ended up playing. It was one shot. We were gonna just do like a 3-hour thing, whatever. I ended up staying for like
the full
I played the full
6
game.
hours?
It was like 6 to 7 hours to get through, and just a fantastic game. What a beautiful thing. So yeah, that's my pick.
All right, we gotta miss Emily. Favorite PS2 game?
God, so many.
There's a lot.
So many.
Yeah, you Burnout 3s. Yeah. No.
Yeah, I was gonna
But
say
Burnout 3, isn't that
3.
multiplat?
That is multiplat, but still, it still came out day and date.
But it still came out on PS2. Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
Which one? There's 4 on that system.
Probably the first one was my favorite of all.
Really?
Well,
That's different. That's
According
for
to
me, it was 2.
Oh.
yeah, Going Commando, that was a good one. Legend of Spyro came out for PS2.
Oh God. Okay.
I actually liked those games. I'm a little biased though because Elijah Wood was Spyro, and that was pretty dope. But they did have a different voice actor for Sparks from 2 to 3, I think is what it was. Obviously, for those that know me, Kingdom Hearts. My jam.
Kingdom Hearts.
I'm a fangirl.
When the last time it was good.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2 specifically was my favorite.
Kingdom Hearts 2 is such a good
2's good.
2 is good.
Yeah.
In fact, hold on a sec. I'm gonna pull her out real quick.
You have to pick one child.
Yeah, you have to pick one here.
I have to pick one child. Yeah, okay. My boy.
Yeah.
Cooper.
Which one?
I only played the first one.
Oh, okay.
So Thievius Rhapsodus.
Okay.
That's a good one.
My favorite.
That's another one where 2 was my jam, but I definitely understand why people would pick 1.
Emily, you should play 2. You really should play 2.
You like 3 as well. They're both super awesome. If you have access,
play all of us like Cooper. Okay, it's been years since I've.
And if you have access to a PS3, that collection still holds up and runs very well. So.
Oh man.
Oh, honorable mention, going out to Rogue Galaxy.
Oh God, that's another one. See if you don't hear about often. But yeah, all right. Okay, the Nasty Boots PS2. Let's get it.
Go, you first.
Me first. Tony Hawk's Underground for me.
Oh,
yes.
Into my skater rocker age there.
Yeah.
I was about to rebel against my mum. past 6 o'clock.
Forget
Like, all
fuck
about
you,
it.
Mom. It's not a phase.
That's it.
This is my life
I'm
now.
not quite man enough then yet, but I want it to be.
Yeah. Oh,
But
it's so good.
Tony Hawk's, I think in that era, it's just,
Underground 2, all time.
Yeah.
My favorite one on the PS2 is 3, but
I'm agree. As I said, 3's the best. Because you can be Darth Maul, Wolverine.
That's
The
true.
soundtrack is kick ass.
That's true.
You got your
but
reverts.
Underground
Yeah.
was great.
Yeah.
It was great.
Underground 2, you had Bam Majera in it.
Yeah, you
that's
sure
right.
did.
Bam Majera's in 3 and 2.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Bam Majera's in 2 and 3.
There you go, baby.
Yeah, but I'm more referring to those cutscenes, bruh.
Oh,
Yeah, those
yeah.
cutscenes. Good
Lordy.
Lord.
Yours?
Alright.
Mine's very, very simple, and I don't believe that I don't understand why anybody's not talking about it, because it's actually not just the best game in the PS2, it's probably one of the greatest games ever made, and that's Silent Hill 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
Silent
that game is
Hill.
awesome. That it's a real.
It's not even like it's one of the best games ever made.
Revolutionary.
That's what I hear.
It is a shame that they fucked up that remaster so hard.
No, it's unplayable.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally unplayable. I tried playing it on PS now because it's the HD version. Like you can play through 3. You can play through Silent Hill 3, but if you want to unlock all them trophies, nah. It's not gonna work.
Screw tank
Man.
control.
I always see the remaster for sale on Xbox for like $5, and I just every now and then think about it, like, is it that bad, really?
That bad.
Yeah, it is.
Second one is that bad. The third one isn't that bad. Third one's playable. The second one is literally unplayable.
Oh, Jesus.
It's like unplayable. You can get it's unplayable. Like all the placement of things and all are all in the wrong place. There's no fog whatsoever.
Oh, what?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's kind of important for that game.
It's literally unplayable. But PlayStation 2. When I think PS2, I think of Silent Hill 2. As like I went through. Oh, I remember getting that game at launch, and I was about 12, 13. Getting all the endings, doing all the difficulties. Between that era and Gran Turismo 3 and Tony Hawk 3, I think those are the games that I put most hours into my PS2.
All right.
If we're talking most hours for me, it was probably Gran Turismo 4 because I did literally everything in that game.
If you could platinum, then I platinum Gran Turismo 3.
Yeah, I did that with 4. I remember I actually got to meet the creator of Gran Turismo, and he was wildly impressed that I unlocked every car in that game.
Yeah, I done I done every single thing on that. And do you want to know what's really, really funny? Not a single person, right, has said Grand Theft Auto 3 or Vice City.
Or San Andreas.
Oh, Vice City though. Vice City was.
I said those games. Isn't that interesting? I find that really interesting.
I was gonna say Andreas.
I love San Andreas. I love GTA 3, but just not as much as Metal
Vice
Gear
City.
Solid 3.
Yeah,
Vice
it's
City
crazy.
had.
You would expect it even to come up in an honorable mention, and nobody's mentioned them games.
When I was coming up with my favorites, I went full on exclusives, so I just didn't include Grand Theft Auto in any of these. That's just me, though.
Right. Makes sense. We thought it can only be exclusive.
I mean, Grand Theft Auto came out like 8 months earlier on the PlayStation.
Grand Theft Auto 3 was supposed to be an exclusive on the Dreamcast.
Oh, good Lord. That'd have been a timeline.
That would have been that's a weird world to think about.
Yeah.
I would have been like MTV if they still played music.
Right, yeah. God.
Lordy. All right, so
I just want to say real quick, in case anyone was wondering, there are 4,380 PlayStation 2 games.
Oh my god!
There's actually one game that's totally exclusive to Ireland.
What's that?
Oh.
Gaelic football.
Gaelic
Football game.
Wow.
And that is an ultra rare game.
Is it good?
Shit.
I vaguely remember playing it.
Okay. I'm gonna have to
And
look
there's a
this up
hurling
later.
game as well.
Hmm.
We also have a
shit.
hurling game.
All right.
There you go.
A hurling game on PS2.
Lord.
And if you don't know what hurling is, like it's one of the oldest sports on the planet.
Right.
As I say, I'm Irish on my mom's side, so
Oh, here we
I
go.
know.
Here we go. I'm interrupting our show.
Good.
Here we go.
Going over there and playing your hockey. Weird.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm like split down the middle between my Irish and my Canadian. All right, take it easy.
All right.
All right, so going on to PSP because it came out.
Oh, we're going PSP. All right.
One game that I know on PSP that I've actually played. So I'm gonna have to go with that.
I thought the PSP launched with its best game. I have played the living crap out of Luminous on all platforms that it's on.
Oh shit!
I think that game is the modern era's Tetris, and I like it more than Tetris. It is so goddamn good and underrated. It is a gem. If you are looking for a puzzle game that is addictive as hell and has amazing visuals, then that is the one. Luminous, super good. I think the one on the Vita is actually a little better, but yeah, that is the only game that even there are only two other PSP games that even came close, which were Metal Gear Peace Walk. What?
Sorry. I was actually talking to Cam. I didn't mean to speak so loud.
Oh,
I apologize.
You're fine.
Which was Peace Walker and Metal Gear Peace Walker, and then Guitar Man.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. Hey, Aaron, PSP.
I had a PSP very, very briefly. And it. Where is PSP? I got two games. It was Peace Walker and it was Patapon.
Patapon's dope. The game is awesome.
Yeah. I didn't get very far into Peace Walker. I just remember that it was very impressive to be running this Metal Gear Solid game on this little handheld device. So if I have to pick one, I suppose it would be that one, Peace Walker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Emily, PSP, lay it down.
I too had two games, but completely different from you guys anyway.
Yeah.
Secret Agent Clank
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
and Daxter.
Oh, Daxter came with my PSP. That game was good.
That's my game. That was my jam. With Clank coming in at a close second.
Nice. Okay.
It's really funny that people are really struggling with PSP games because PSP was very good for emulation.
Right.
I actually love the PSP. I could point to you. I give you a full like top 25 PSP games.
Yeah, see? There's Daxter.
Daxter is definitely one of
Daxter
them.
was there.
Oh, Ghost of Sparta.
I did play Ghost of Sparta. I forgot that's the third one I played, but
Luminous, like I said, you have Guitar Man, like I said, you have Final Fantasy Tactics, you have War of the Lions, that version. You have Crisis Core, you have Birth by Sleep, you have
that one too. Yeah, I played that one. Played the shit out of Birth by Sleep.
Yeah, there's Ogre Battle, Tactics, Let Us Cling Together. There is a ton of really good stuff on the PSP. That is on my list of one of the most underrated consoles of all time because people just either A, pirated games for it, or B, used as an emulator for old games.
It's like the Gamecast for handhelds.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
Except it sold 85 million units. So it's just like, what the fuck?
Because of emulation, not because of game sales.
Yeah. That's
same way the Dreamcast was good for emulation.
Also a Dreamcast trait. So yeah. Anyway, that was I agree with Aaron. Peace Walker's awesome. And Daxter's also awesome. Nasty Boots, what do we got for PSP?
Oh, didn't have any?
The DS came out?
I was,
Yeah.
that's what is. I wasn't.
The DS was out? The DS
And
came
it was
Oh,
a
yeah.
significantly worse system. Yes, I agree.
I really wanted a PSP, but
DS came out. I played Phantom Hourglass.
Ugh,
Right.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
ugh, did not like
I was
Phantom
the same.
Hourglass.
I had
DS
to,
came out.
I had to
Sorry,
pay. I had
play
to.
PlayStation.
I had to play my Pokemon. So that's how I decided my portable
You
system.
would play Pokemon, Aaron.
Yeah.
You
The
would.
DS
Yeah.
came out like 80 million units. 165 million units.
Yeah, but man, most of the big DS games did not gel with me at all.
Hmm.
Like I was every single time that like people would bring it up, I'm like, how are you choosing this over the PSP?
But
I don't understand.
we've had this conversation.
It's not just them choosing it. It's like double the amount of people that bought the PSP
Yeah.
got the DS.
Yeah, and I had both, and I eventually sold my DS. I never sold my PSP. Like,
Nintendogs.
No,
Nintendo.
Fire
Yes.
Emblem.
Nintendogs.
you know,
Like
Yeah,
so we've been doing this podcast long enough that as someone who did not ever have a PSP, well, I had a PSP very briefly, did not do like the PlayStation portable stuff. I listened to Bronson talk about this enough that like I recognize that PSP as a like hardware system is like worlds better than what the DS was. I recognize that.
What DS offered more was value and Nintendo IPs.
He has a very good point. And how many of us here actually were earning our own money to be able to buy
Buy
one?
one.
That's the thing at that point.
I had a very shitty
people
job.
here owned more than one DS?
Yeah,
Mhm.
they're like
Because I can tell you now that I own 4.
I owned the original unit that I got as a Christmas gift. That after a while, I eventually sold it because of said reason of, well, you know,
Money.
don't really use this, and I need money. So
yeah.
hey,
I got the OG DS for Mario. To play Mario 64 in a handheld.
Yeah. Yep.
you know,
That was
like
cool.
Huh.
like I didn't, that was when I stopped caring about Pokemon, and that's still the only gen of Pokemon I've ever skipped entirely. I liked I thought Ogre Battle and Final Fantasy Tactics were better than Fire Emblem. I think that I like the fact that you could play PS1 games on it legally or illegally.
Uh-huh.
I like there's the amount of original DS games that I really gelled with and liked were like Mario Kart, Animal Crossing, and then
Mm.
like The World Ends With You was pretty cool.
See, for me, when it came to DS, it was like I loved I only really owned them. They played the next Zelda game because Zelda was only coming to them systems. Link Between Worlds is one of the best Zelda games.
Wait, what?
Top
what
5
is?
Zelda games ever made.
Wait, which one?
Links Between Worlds.
Yeah, that's a 3DS game though.
But you know what I mean.
I mean, like, yes, I love the 3DS. Now, if we're talking about the 3DS, that's an entirely different story.
That's
Right,
That's
now
a
we're on the
different
Vita.
story.
Jonathan, we'll talk about this after. Let's go to the Vita, PS4, and then we'll get on the 3DS.
Well, yeah. Look, if you want to say the Vita blows the 3DS blows the Vita out of the water when it comes to games, yeah, absolutely. Like,
Yeah,
without question.
But like, just
Are you on about?
It
Oh, right. If we're on about the era of OG DS and the PSP,
Yeah.
yes.
like it's got that shitty Tomb Raider game on the PSP. It's got that shitty Call of Duty game on the PSP.
I mean, there's also plenty of shitty Call of Duty games on the DS, though. Like, there's literally
They shouldn't even be there. They don't belong there. Call of Duty showing up to anything Nintendo. It's like you don't belong.
As someone that tried to play that DS
game,
game, you're right. It doesn't belong.
You're like that. Those shoes are too big, sir.
Oh, Jesus.
Lordy. But yeah, like I stand by that. Like, oh god, the PSP is that system that I look back and I'm just like, like you had like straight up like a GTA 3 prequel with the exact same city on that damn thing. It was awesome.
I believe it. I have not played it, and I probably will never play it, but I will believe you when you say it.
Yeah, those two God of War games were what?
It's a really good system to emulate. If you want emulators on a really good handheld, instead of buying all these Neo Steam
Right, the
Decks,
classic, whatever.
buy a PSP, and it's a really good game, really good system to emulate classic games.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic. And the only really game that I kind of played on the PSP was Earthbound, and that's not on the PSP.
I mean,
Yeah.
I played a lot of PS1 games on the PSP as well. So yeah, man, that system, it got screwed by price. It got screwed by a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And then Pokemon's always going to be a huge driving force for Nintendo handhelds.
Yep.
Even though it's long past its prime.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you there.
I'm just like, please, like, I'm like sitting like every time a Pokemon game comes out, Ray comes and he's like, "Oh, you gonna check it out?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure. I'm ready to be disappointed again. Why not?"
Bronson, they made both the professors hot now.
You know the funny thing is about Pokemon, right? They're all, see when Arceus came out, they're all Pokemon budget. This is where the Pokemon money went. No, it didn't go on the Arceus. It went on the Arceus and 2 other games at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of making one epic game, they made 3 games and fucked us over again. And everybody's gonna buy it because it's fucking Nintendo.
Because it's fucking Pokemon. Like, dude, Pokemon even has more like oomph than just a Nintendo does. Like,
Yeah.
The
The Pokemon Company is the strongest IP in the planet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah. And
they, instead of going, look at Batman, right? Batman's not even got Mario money, and look at the level they can put out when it comes to movies and games.
Oh, I can do a thing. I'm gonna do a thing.
It's just, oh, dude, it's so just every like Arceus came out and I was like, all right, cool, step in the right direction, and then like they show me Scarlet and Violet. I was like, cool, it's probably gonna have another like 6-hour tutorial.
Yep.
I'm gonna be able to sleep through all of the combat. Most likely. I'm sure that there will be new Pokemon that are cool and interesting. But
an example from their actual source and evolve.
Just
like the source, like Pokemon Evolve. Why don't your fucking games evolve?
Yeah.
It's barely changed since X and Y.
Yeah.
Like that's the and like that was the last one that I really liked. Like I loved X and Y. I played that all the time. Like it was one of my favorite 3DS games, and then just ever since they've just been spinning their wheels and resting on the fact that like, yeah, we're Pokemon. Everyone's gonna buy this anyway.
You know what happens? What needs to happen to the Pokemon company is they need to fail. Something needs to like really flop.
Yeah.
For them to go, right, we need to change.
The thing is, it's not gonna happen though, because like we have people in our community like Yuko, like Ray, who are just like, will buy them no matter what. It doesn't matter how like bad it gets, because it's Pokemon. And it's just never going. It would take like
demise. It's a demise development.
Right.
Yeah, they need like a gigantic flop to happen to get them to change, and I don't think that'll happen because they do make them just good enough to where if you're an established fan, which most of the planet is, they're never going to bother catering to anyone else. Yeah.
Right.
And then also they get young people in early because it is Pokemon, and they don't know the fact that there's 20 years of them making the same fucking game basically.
Yeah.
Right.
Twice.
No, 3 times. It's actually 3 times now.
At the same time.
It's the same. This is the first year we've got 3 of the same game.
Yeah, like it's oh my god.
Right, Vita. We're on the Vita, aren't we?
No, PS3 came out next. PS3 came out.
PS3 next.
Oh, right, okay.
For me, this one was super hard, but I ended up on Uncharted 2. It was a real tough like fight in my mind between Metal Gear 4 and Uncharted 2, and like I played both of those games like 5 times. I love them both. But like Metal Gear 4 really would take some effort for me to go back to it right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not because it's bad. It's just like it just requires a lot of investment. Somebody making a burrito or something?
No, someone had a fire alarm going off.
I was like, that's not my house. My house is too old to have those.
Okay.
But yeah, and then like Uncharted 2, I could do a run of that almost any day, and it's still it is still the best one in that franchise.
Yep.
So yeah, Uncharted 2. What about you, Aaron? PS3. Where are you going?
I mean, yeah, we played a lot of PS3. This was the generation where Gamecraft was established, and we started playing a bunch of games just to check them out. Honestly, my pick was also Uncharted 2. Because
another honorable mention for me was Resistance 3.
I'm surprised you didn't pick Resistance 3.
That game is Half-Life 2 levels of good. I will stand by that shit.
That's what I'm told.
Well, anyway, go on. Uncharted 2.
I mean, that game starts incredible, and it just keeps going. Like, and it never stops. It never stops, and it's like, I don't know. It makes even the shooting isn't great, but it's serviceable for what they're trying to do. It's paced well. I will always have in my mind the moment where you have to jump between cars that are racing down a road, and you're just like, oh man, okay, we're gonna do this.
That train sequence is still impressive, and it was so good that they reused it in Lost Legacy almost a decade later.
Of course they did.
Yeah, they have another train sequence similar to it in Lost Legacy. For those of you who haven't played it,
why not? You know what? This is our thing. Let's do it again.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
that's kind of where I land.
Emily, PS3, where are you going?
First off, sorry, that was my fire alarm that went off. My roommates were cooking food.
Yeah, you just take the batteries out of those.
Yeah, no,
Right.
don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's all good. This one was a little hard for me too. Obviously, Resistance, Uncharted. Probably Little Big Planet.
I thought you were gonna say Infamous. I really did.
No, I'm saving that for PS4.
Oh, Second Son. Okay, yeah. Go on.
Hence why.
Yeah, no, she dressed up for this occasion.
Damn straight I did. I'll also do that next week. Stay tuned on E3.
Yes. Oh my god.
Second Son. I totally see it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, Little Big Planet was my jam.
Absolutely.
With probably Infamous 2 being a close second, especially the Festival of Blood DLC.
Nice. I like Little Big Planet 2 more than Little Big Planet 1, but
yeah, Little Big Planet 2 was probably more my style than the first one, but they were both really good.
All right, Nasty Boots, PS3, PS Triple.
Me go first?
You go first.
Last of Us?
There you go.
Yeah,
that
is a banger.
That is a true banger.
I had the PS3 version and I sold it when I picked up the PS4 one.
Here, I want to give you a cheat. I played it on PS4, but it's PS3 exclusive.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a cheat. It's but when you go back and you think there's nothing better on the PS4, on the PS3 than that game.
There's very few.
It's an emotional driven game. It's The Last of Us. If you've not played it, play it. There's not much you can really say without saying too much.
Yes, it has fantastic pacing. Gameplay's great. There's nothing but nice things to say about it.
It's a masterclass in gameplay. It's a masterclass in storytelling.
Well, I agree. All right.
I tried playing it and hated it and left. I accept that everyone loves it. That's
yeah. No, that's the burden you bear.
Yeah.
Mine is a little bit of a curveball But for the sheer fact that it wasn't necessarily the game, but the people that I played it with, and it's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3.
We're doing exclusives.
Is it?
No, well,
You don't have
that
to.
was day. Yeah, we don't have. That was day and date also. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Tony Hawk wasn't exclusive either. If you want to count like exclusive, but I'll count day and date. That shit came out the same day on all of them.
Yeah, it's their show. They said yes.
Hey, yeah. You're making up the rules.
It's just too easy, though.
No, for me, like.
Yeah, I bet you didn't play anything else, though. And...
Oh, apart from Heavy Rain, which I was obsessed with.
David Cage is one good video game.
Indigo Prophecy is okay.
I was obsessed with
I murdered all the robots. They were only robots.
No, I saved the world and let
No, they were all robots, and they didn't have the fucking programmed.
I let them have
killed
a
them all.
revolution. You are just evil.
That game, if we're talking about Detroit, that game, man, that is the world's laziest civil rights allegory.
Yeah, I agree, Bronson, because robots are stupid robots.
Deserved lives too.
Only stupid robots. I programmed them, I made them, I designed them, now they die.
No, they don't die. You're horrible. I hate you, but I love you. Don't leave me.
Stupid robots.
Oh god, I remember when we did the Let's Play of Beyond Two Souls, and just like by the end of it, like Ray, Bremen, and Anthony and I are all just broken men. We're just like, oh, this was
Is it that bad?
No, like
it's just Detroit, in my opinion, is actually more enjoyable, even though it's garbage. So
I thought it was a great game, I will say. But then I am apologetically a David Cage fan. Apologetically. I'm sorry,
right.
but
Yay.
I am.
that's hey, like what you like, man.
I mean, I thought going from being like obsessed with The Sims, obsessed growing up, that for me
It's like The Sims finally spoke.
But it the kind of like I then transferred over to like Heavy Rain. I was like, oh, I can make him drink his glass of water. Oh, I can do this. Oh, I am hot. I love this.
Nice.
Jason.
All right,
Jason.
Lordy. Even that game ends in kind of a shit show, but it's a fun shit show.
It's a fun show.
But yeah,
Like he does make games, and they're doing a Star Wars game. Do you know how many Star Troopers are going to die because of me? A lot.
I'm
They're not going to make it the whole way there.
I am considering talking to the old crew that we used to do the David Cage runs with and seeing if they would be interested in that.
Do.
Oh god. All right, so and then Mr. Nasty Boots. So you said Last of Us, and then all right, so and then Modern Warfare 3. Okay, hey, we're on to PS Vita. That came out next.
Oh right, the Vita.
I was going to put Luminous Electronic Symphony, but I had to be real, and it's Persona 4 Golden.
There you go.
Come on.
I mean, that's.
I've never played that game.
It is the best JRPG I've ever played, besides maybe Persona 5. It's so goddamn good.
I just searched PSP Vita or PS Vita Metacritic, and Persona 4 Golden is at the top at 93.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So there
That
you
makes
go.
sense. Yeah, I've done 4 different playthroughs of Golden. It's not my most played Vita game. That is a Luminous Electronic Symphony, but it is probably a close second. The Vita is another one of those beautiful underrated gems, and also a fantastic emulation device.
Mm-hmm.
You have so many goddamn good indie games. Your Guacameles, your Thomas Was Alone, your just the list goes on and on and on and on and on of the really good indie or niche Japanese stuff. Your Danganronpas was originally Vita. Your oh god. You had that Soul Eater game. You had there's a lot of good stuff on there. Or Soul Sacrifice. Yeah. So, all right, Aaron, you didn't mess around with the Vita, did you?
I didn't mess around with the Vita at all, so
That's
Is
it's
what it
okay.
is.
Sony fucked up on those memory cards, and it was all downhill from there.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking through this list right now on stream here of games, and there's a few that interest me.
Yeah, that is, in my opinion, the best place to play Rogue Legacy, the first one.
Why specifically on the Vita?
Just it's better on a handheld in my mind.
It just like feels better.
Yeah, it just feels right.
Okay.
Like that game just feels perfect on a handheld.
All right.
I don't. Did they ever do a Switch port of that one? I don't know if they did.
I don't know. They should.
I know. I wouldn't be surprised if they do a Switch port of the second one. Anyway,
Yeah.
So I know you said you didn't own a Vita. And
I'm the Vita.
No, I played one, and the only game I ever played was Black Ops Declassified.
Oh God!
That's the only game I ever played on
I
it.
played Gravity Rush, but
Not to say
not on
that
Vita.
Gravity Rush was awesome. That game was great.
I did play the demo for Wipeout 2048, and it just like was stuttering a bit because they were still trying to figure that out. I was like, oh.
Yeah, they
okay.
finally got the frame rate on that fixed like forever later.
4 or 5 now. What are we on?
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
This is a tricky one for me.
That's fine for me.
Yeah.
Bronson,
Bronson, this is your moment to sing the ballad of the Vita. Because I got nothing.
That in my mind is the system that could have been the Switch before the Switch. It had. I remember when I loaded that thing up on launch, and I bought like hella games for it at launch because it seemed just like the perfect handheld, and it kind of was for the first 2 years or so of its existence. Like that thing it's another case of a lot of the best stuff on it. It's it was released multi-plat. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, absolutely. It very much had a ton of good stuff. But no one bought it, and no one bought it because I honestly, to this day, think it was the memory card decision. I think the system being 200.
Yeah.
But again, as well, Apple can bring out anything and be like, oh, well, it's £600 if you want to put a hard drive on here. Here's this attachment that you need. It's Elite.
And
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's if it just used micro SD, like that thing being $250, I felt was a fair price at the time. It was basically a portable PS3. But like the fact that a 16 gig memory card at launch cost me $60.
Sorry, guys, I need to step the bathroom. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, like it's the Vita. Like I think back about, I played that thing a lot. I didn't play it more than my 3DS because 3DS had Street Pass, and it also had Smash Brothers, which I worked a job that had a lot of downtime at the time, and we were, me and my boss and pretty much everyone in the house would play Smash when we were not busy.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it was one of those things where I think the bad memory card thing, and like it had games, but like just the price and the memory cards created this tailspin of like, well, no one's buying the Vita.
Yep.
No one's buying games for the Vita, which means no one wants to make games for the Vita. And then the PS3 came out a year later, because like the first year they were really pushing that thing.
Sure.
Like it was getting games and it was getting hardware, and then the PS4 comes out, and it's a massive success. It's literally on pace. It will probably be the best-selling console of all time when it's done. And by the time, so they saw that and they saw how it was doing, they're like, "Oh, fuck supporting this thing. Nah, let it die.
Right.
Let it die. Let's not split our development focus. Let's not have separate teams doing the stuff with like, we'll have Naughty Dog make a game for it. We'll have Ready at Dawn make it. Like, I think every day that Ready of Dawn could have made a Resistance Retribution 2 but instead they got to make the order 1886,
Mm-hmm.
and that just kills me.
Rough.
So yeah, and then later in its life, like if you like, I almost got to the point where I like refused to play indie games unless they came to the Vita. Like I played Shovel Knight on the Vita. Like like I remember like just waiting and begging for a Stardew Valley Vita port.
Like, please, please.
So yeah, that was it's that in my mind is like one of the ultimate what could have been for video games.
Sure.
Right.
Because of the fact that like, okay, well, if they put like that weird development port, they just said, hey, let's make this into a video out so you can hook it to your TV.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't make, and they just used micro SD cards like the Switch does, and they just did as much of the Switch style porting as possible as they could. That thing could have been once again the Switch before the Switch.
Right.
But that's that's not the route they chose to go.
Nope.
So they chose to treat it as a really expensive accessory and then let Japanese and indie developers do what they do.
Right.
The one thing about the Vita, though, is it did get a very loyal fan base. Apparently, according to the developers of Guacamelee and Thomas Was Alone, they have said it is one of, like, people always buy our games there. Like, relative to the other platforms we're on, like, way, way more people buy the games.
Interesting.
For Vita. And not only that, but like the attach rate on it's insane. And then there was like a customer satisfaction rate that came out for the thing of like the people who did buy the Vita, like it was a ridiculous amount of people were satisfied with it. It's just that, not enough people bought it. It's the Wii U thing. Everyone I know who bought a Wii U was relatively happy with it, but very few people did. My problem with the Wii U, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say it died a death, didn't it? Unwarranted, but it did die a death.
Yeah.
Bad.
Like I look back at the Wii U also, and I think that like I remember just having long periods of drought on that platform, but like when a game would come out for it, it would just be an absolute banger. The only way to describe it
on the Wii U was chef's kiss. I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah, I put like 500 hours into Mario Maker.
Yeah.
Like my friend John and I had very much a situation where we were just trying to make each other suffer through Mario Maker.
Nice. Yes.
Why does that not surprise me in any way?
So yeah. All right. Well, that's PS4.
We're on the PS4.
PS4. I know this is going to be a hot take when I say this.
Okay.
I think that the PS4 might be the most overrated Sony console.
We have talked about this. Yeah.
That is
Excuse you, mother.
I think that it is like I think it's fine. Like I think that it's, but like you look at, once or twice a year you get a Sony exclusive that's typically an absolute banger, and then everything else you can play on your computer. And like I was looking at.
Stop it!
Oh, God.
Stop!
Oh God, she's losing her shit.
Oh,
like, darling.
And then like also the exclusives that did come to it, like there weren't as many and they weren't as good as what the PS3 was getting. So yeah.
We've talked about this. This is because Xbox completely shit the bed and PS4 is like, we just have to make a console and not fuck it up and like bump those graphics up, make it work better, and like we can do that. And they do. And they did it and they nailed it. I got a PS4. Like as soon as I could.
So
they got Destiny. I was like, all right, I'm playing Destiny on PS4. Hell yeah.
Yeah, they got the Destiny DLC exclusively.
Yes.
Oh, that was a thing. So like I had to actually like really look for PS4 games. Bloodborne was a real consideration. I really liked that game. I put a ton of time into Bloodborne. But the game that really stands out the most to me was Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
I did 2 platinum runs of it, once on PS5, once on PS4. It is actually my favorite Spider-Man story. I like it more than any of the comics. I like it more than any of the movies. It just feels good. It is literally like I have literally loaded up that game since just to web swing.
Yeah. That's a
That's
good
it.
game to like just chill and move around the map.
It's the game that's done the mechanic the best.
Yeah, like it like especially like once you have everything unlocked. Oh, dude, you are just flying.
That's the thing.
through
I
that
need to
city.
experience it with everything unlocked.
Yeah, especially because like out of curiosity, I like loaded up Spider-Man 2.
Mhm.
And like, dude, it's not what your memory thinks it is. It's not.
I mean, is it all unlocked when you pull it up?
In Spider-Man 2,
Yeah.
no.
You got to
'cause,
unlock
like,
all that stuff.
Yeah, like, but like even the base level swinging in PS4 is better.
I
It
believe
feels so
that.
good. Like it's the swinging feels good. The combat, it's a slightly improved version of Arkham combat.
Mhm.
Like it's what you would expect. And like the one part of that game that's kind of slow, those Mary Jane sections, they're fine.
Sure.
There's a chapter in that game where you control Mary Jane and you're issuing orders to Spider-Man that I actually kind of found to be pretty cool.
Okay.
That was a neat thing. But yeah, so yeah, Spider-Man.
All right.
All right. Hey, we kind of probably know what it is, but go ahead.
Obviously, Second Son is my jam.
Yeah.
Mm.
I even have my lucky Sackboy Delson right here.
Aw.
Sackboy Delson, that's good.
I actually got this at PAX back in 2014.
That was the
Alright.
year that game came out. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's another PS4 game I platinumed.
Yeah, that was the last time I went to PAX before working as an enforcer in 2019. Yeah, and my brother has one too
Sure.
at his place in Denver. But yeah, he's been with me when I met Troy Baker
Mhm.
twice, when I met Travis Willingham and Laura Bailey twice.
Mhm.
He's just
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really
a
cool.
little buddy. Behind that though, Spider-Man,
Mhm.
God of War,
Mhm.
Arkham,
Mhm.
Black Flag, probably
There's
one of the
so many
best
games.
Assassin's Creed.
Black Flag. And then I think another problem I had with the thing you pointed, like hearing all those games though, they fit into one of two genres, which
Right.
like versus I look back to like the PS3, which is like you had more variety also.
Yeah.
True.
Which
True.
which that's another reason why I'm just like PS4 is good, but it's really overhyped.
Carry on.
Yeah.
Well,
Second
that's a
Son
good
for
pick.
sure, but those games
Yeah.
Yes.
follow right behind.
Aaron, PS4.
I was looking through. I had some thoughts, but it became very, very clear what my pick was going to be, and that is Death Stranding.
I
was going to say.
There's a lot of Kojima love in this section.
Death Stranding is
exclusive. Like, come on, you have to pick your exclusive, and then
You're
you can
not
play the
making
other
the
games.
rules. It's not your show.
It's going to play the PS4. But what's your exclusive game, and then watch your other games.
Wait, I thought that was exclusive.
That was at the time.
That was exclusive.
When it released, it was PS4 only.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, it's not anymore, but yeah.
It was when it came out.
It was when it came out.
The same way Resident Evil 4 is a GameCube game.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Fine.
Exactly.
That's fine.
I that game is nuts. I never thought I would enjoy having a very difficult time walking from one place to another. And for whatever
Especially with
reason, I
all
did.
of that cargo.
Yes, especially with all that cargo.
I put like 4 or 5 hours into that game, and then like I just got busy with other stuff and never went back.
Sure, yeah. No,
Yeah, that sounds about right with you.
the third area is where things open up a bit more. But yeah, the characters are just nuts. It's a beautiful game. The things, the concepts going on, Kojima being very heavy-handed with the message he's trying to put forward. Mads Mikkelsen appearing out of the black with his 4 skull soldiers, coming behind him, and just it's ridiculous. It is a ridiculous game, and I kind of want to play it again sometime soon.
Yeah.
But I love that game. That's ridiculous. And then my runner-up is Spider-Man, because Spider-Man's fantastic.
Because Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
All right.
Spider-Man.
The Nasty Boots. What's the PS4?
Okay, for me, a little bit of a curveball again is The Last Guardian. I have never sobbed so much at an end of a game than what I have with
Pissed
that.
me off.
I've ever seen
Well, Xenoblade 2, but PlayStation. But The Last Guardian, oh my god. I loved Trico so much. He was the bestest boy. He was so good.
He was such a good boy.
I loved him.
Yeah.
So yeah, for PS4, there's so many, but I'm trying to think on like a personal level that playing The Last Guardian, it just blew my mind. And yes, it was frustrating. Yes, but when they got it right, it was so right, you know? And I could see why Studio Japan spent so long developing it, because it was so special. The whole story.
And glitchy.
It was glitchy.
It was so glitchy.
It was glitchy in the best way, in the same way that you tell your dog to sit and he's like, no. You know?
That was, so it wasn't a glitch?
Technically is a glitch, but still. Like it added character, and it was brilliant.
It's like how aggro in Shadow of the Colossus, you would try to get it to go over the hill. Nope, okay, all right, we'll go around.
That's it, exactly.
Yeah.
But there's so many. I'm looking at this list here, but so many games. But The Last Guardian for me was, I loved it.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Nasty Boots.
Favorite game for me on the PS4 for a PS4 game was God of War.
Yeah.
Right? It's just fucking solid game. Really solid. I want to put Last of Us 2 on there, but God of War for me is just a better game.
Nice.
It's just a better game. If you want to talk about games that I played the most, then apart from that would have been Wolfenstein, the first one.
Yeah.
Like the sound design in that game, like the guns and all. I remember
they feel great
in that game, headphones on, and like moving through the guns, the double sniper rifles, like the killing Nazis with a knife. It is so fucking good. And then obviously Doom 2016.
I was gonna say Doom Eternal.
Doom 2016.
For me, I was gonna say Doom Eternal.
Doom Eternal's really, really good. But like, Doom 2016 was the one that like blew Doom back under the mainstream.
Yeah.
It was like I did not expect anything big from Doom 2016. I was like, all right, take a shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was
Doom Eternal's a better game. But Doom 2016 is one going, do you remember Doom?
Yeah.
That was
I used.
Wait. Let Bronson talk.
So good.
That was my second favorite game that year that it came out. It was absolutely spectacular. It was so
brilliant. Good. That's what I'm trying to say, is that there was so many fucking heavy.
Yeah, but again as well, I used my PS4 as there's nothing on my Wii U at the minute.
I like
my Wii U. My PS4 was literally until there is nothing on my Wii U at the minute, and I will play this. Because I have bigger and better experiences on my Wii U and then my Switch.
My whole experience with the PS4 was like most of its best stuff, your Titanfalls, your Titanfall 2s, your Dooms, your Overwatches, your Hitmans, you know, like
We've had so many hours in the. I think we have over 200 hours in Overwatch.
most of those games though were also on the PC and usually better on the PC.
Yeah, I'm better. Yeah.
So, yeah,
So that's why I don't count them. But you can buy Wolfenstein for £3 right now, and you're gonna get about 40+ hours of seriously good gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could see that.
I also put Horizon up in the same caliber of God of War. That's my opinion.
It's not though, but I can see that.
We have spoken at length of my opinion of the first Horizon.
Yeah, that's fine.
So yeah, all right. That's PS4. We're on PS5.
PS5. Who here has a
Here's
PS5?
where we struggle now because there's not many PS5 exclusives.
There's only one in this household.
I have one PS5 exclusive. No, two. And one Astrobot. Boom.
I think, let's see. So if we're including games that are day and date multiplats, then I have three four because of Horizon and Gran Turismo.
Very slow getting off the batter, aren't they?
I'm not surprised.
I mean, I could tell you my library. It's the Spider-Mans, the Demon Souls, Ratchet and Clank, Guilty Gear, Gran Turismo, and Horizon. And I sold Resident Evil once I was done with it, so I used to have Resident Evil. So, out of for me, it's Ratchet and Clank. That game, other than the fact that its ending is like weirdly abrupt, it's like oh, that's that. Okay, I guess. Other than that game controls great. It uses all the features of the console. It's one of the best looking games I've seen in years. So yeah, that's basically it.
All right, nice.
Sorry, the dog needs to poop.
Oh yeah. I don't have a PS5. I've been waiting for a game for me to really jump in and start playing my PS5, but
Death Stranding director's cut.
I know that's definitely going to be a get for me when it comes, and that's same goes for Spider-Man if I don't get it on PC. But yeah, I don't know. Nothing has come out yet in terms of exclusives that's got me thinking I should be getting a PS5. Not yet, anyway.
There's nothing that actually came out exclusive for PS5 that makes you go, I need a PS5. Resident Evil Village was PS5 exclusive until they had to make it not exclusive. Right. Elden Ring should have been next gen exclusive until they had to.
It should have been next gen exclusive. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. And then Ratchet and Clank is amazing. I think it is worth getting that system for, but it's yeah. So Horizon 2, I'm liking a lot more than the first one, but it's still very much
one game's not enough to make you get a system. The games that have to follow up or after, do you know what I mean? Buying a PS5 for Ratchet and Clank and going, what am I going to play now, is not good enough.
Well, I think there's plenty of stuff to play. It's just there's not plenty of stuff that's
play, but I mean exclusive. What you exclusively need a PlayStation for?
I mean, I would rather play the better versions of stuff like Horizon and Gran Turismo, though, that look and run better and all this other stuff.
Horizon doesn't run on. Oh, there.
Yeah,
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, Horizon Forbidden West. It's
yeah.
It's
Horizon Zero Dawn too.
Yeah. So yeah, the second Horizon, the Ratchet and Clank, Miles Morales, you can get that stuff running at 60 with ray tracing, and that is a better experience. That is a much better experience than playing it on 30 with none of the ray tracing on the older system. So, that's where, and I think that this gen is in a weird place.
Very, very weird place.
Yeah.
Because of COVID, Yeah. But
it's a very weird place.
But yeah, I like my PS5. It definitely does collect a lot of dust in between those big tent poles, though. Like Ratchet and Clank came out, and then I didn't play another game until Deathloop, and then I didn't play another game on it until Horizon and Gran Turismo. And I'm in the middle of Horizon and Gran Turismo, and once those are done, I probably won't touch it again until God of War. You know,
I'm waiting on that
Like-
Final Fantasy 16.
that is Anthony said that's gonna be the one that'll finally get into cave.
Yeah, I think
that's
that's what's gonna be for me.
That game, like, that game looks good to me, and I have been so critical of that franchise's single player releases since 10. Like, I think that I thought 12 was trash. I thought 13 was ultra trash. I thought 15 was okay. So, but yeah. So, Aaron, do you have a PS5 game?
I don't. I don't. I have
Okay.
not touched nothing. I'm waiting for Final Fantasy 16, I guess, until to get one, but I haven't touched it.
All right, Emily, I know that considering we are going to be running a stream to try and get you a console, you know, like we.
Yeah, I don't have a PS5, but one of my best friends who lives up near me has a PS5, so I can just go
Yeah.
over to his place and be like, "Hey, I want to play."
So do you have a game?
Well, from what I've seen anyway, probably Horizon would be.
It's I like it a lot more than the first one. I think it plays a lot better. But
Yeah, just seeing the gameplay for Forbidden West is probably my favorite, but I haven't played it.
Right.
At least
there are
not yet.
some. I fought a robot Triceratops in the last boss fight. His horns were flamethrowers. It was crazy.
Dude,
That sounds all right.
that's dope.
That sounds all right.
It's like the devs were like 5-year-old boys and being
Yeah.
like, dinosaurs and, like flames. I love it.
Man.
Yeah, I shot its rocket launcher off its back and stole it. And
There you
killed
go.
it.
Yeah,
There you go.
bro.
It's pretty cool. All right, Nasty Boots, PS5.
It's going to have to be Astrobot.
Yeah, mine too. Playroom, Ashley-Bot's Playroom.
Oh, that thing is a really cool tech demo.
It's not even a tech demo.
It's so much fun.
It's a game.
It's
a fully. Sony would be very smart to market an Astrobot as their mascot instead of fucking whoever they feel like it is.
Crash and Spyro and...
No, not even they're Activision now. Like it's
But
like
still.
Instead of going, oh well, everybody wants girls in games. Let's push Aloy, push Astrobot. He is a fucking robot.
He's so cool.
And you're
So
you're
cool.
pushing PSVR too. Like, let's make a
Yeah.
full on.
Yeah,
Let's make
and
some.
just use him as your fucking mascot. Be very smart about it. It's a very neutral fucking image to look at.
Mhm.
His games are so
Cute.
solid.
Cute.
His games are so solid. It represents Sony. Everything about the games represents Sony, and they play incredibly.
They're so well designed.
That's 2 games that they've made, and both of them are unbelievably solid, start to finish.
And anyone, whether they be 5 years old or 50,
Anybody can find fun and enjoyment in those games.
You can enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know, like there's nostalgia with the platforming, but then it's also easy enough that a kid can learn how to play it.
Yeah, and
It's not-
anybody can traverse through it. You don't know, kids don't have to platinum it, but kids will be able to traverse through the game, no problem.
Whereas
Adults like us will want to just go through everything in the game.
find it
Yeah.
brilliant.
So Sony's marketing should actually push him or the robot as their mascot.
And what I love is the fact that we're not the only adults to have that opinion.
No,
No.
not at
And
all.
the adults that have played it also have that
Aye,
opinion.
because the Sony go down this route of, when it comes to branding and recognition and gaming and stuff like that, they get really confused to be like, right, so what do we need? Right, we need to show females. We need to, don't fucking forget about it. Show a robot that doesn't matter to anything.
It's not.
Just show the stupid robot,
Yeah,
Yep.
it's a great.
that's it.
It's a he, she, they, whatever you want to.
Just show that. Don't even think about anything else.
Well, like Sony so rarely actually runs a mascot. I mean, if you consider Aloy their current mascot, that's
was their biggest mascot since then, and then Metal Gear.
Right.
So Kratos was pretty big for them, I think.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah,
run
dude.
massive mascots.
They should absolutely
They just
absolutely do that.
lost their mascots.
They absolutely should. But I think those are good picks. From everything I've heard about Astra's Playroom, has been nothing but fantastic things.
It's
So
amazing.
Yeah,
Honestly,
it's been nothing but good all around, basically.
if you're gonna sell that PSVR too,
it's like
I mean,
elevated.
It's not a tech demo, it's a game. It's a full game that utilizes all of the tech.
Yeah.
That's the difference. It's not a tech demo like Wii Sports. It literally is a game that utilizes all of the tech.
It does it very well.
I don't know. It just felt like very short, I guess.
Yeah. Granted, but like, it's the platformer.
But yes, it is a very good game. I really enjoyed it. I think in most cases it should be one of the first things you do with your PS5 once you have one.
Yeah,
Right.
of course. I get that.
But yeah, I think that was a game that I generally had a good time with overall. But I also didn't feel the need I'm gonna go back to this. I was like, yeah, that was good.
You wouldn't want to,
I platinumed it. It's done.
but
Right.
I would play another one.
that's the thing. They should make another one.
If they want to improve on those systems, I would be very down to check that out.
Yeah.
I think Sony don't really need to utilize that brand a lot more.
Yeah.
Yes.
They nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
Utilize the brand a lot more, make it more prevalent, make it look like the image of PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Which they have.
It's very easy to do. It's
Mhm.
very neutral, very easy.
Yeah. They should.
It's non-descriptive.
It's cute.
Yeah.
It's like Mario. Say, you know what I mean?
They made a digital Sackboy, basically. And he's adorable. It's great.
That's exactly.
Yeah, and they keep wasting Sackboy.
Only it's a better game. Better game than Sackboy.
Little Big Planet 2 was real good, man.
It might be good, but it's like you look at the VR game, utilized everything that you could possibly do. You look at this, utilize everything you could possibly do. Sackboy is a bit more fluent, where you can go, oh, you can do this, you can do it. It literally makes you do it.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah. So
That was everything for PlayStation.
PlayStation. They have some games.
Yeah, we don't really have anything notable we've been playing this week, it seems. I don't think has anyone played anything that's new, the new hotness.
We talked about some Elden Ring there.
200 hours into Elden Ring, we're still going. We're not stopping anytime soon.
Yeah,
Bronson was told to me, oh, you should play Final Fantasy 14 with us. Bronson, I can't play Final Fantasy. I literally can't play a game like that.
We can't get out of Elden Ring.
No, I literally, if I played a game like that, it would be like we wouldn't make another video.
You'll be gone forever.
Yep.
Like, I'm struggling to make this next. We passed up 2 games. Literally, we were like, oh, we were going to do an Evil Dead video. We were going to do a Quarry video. Quarry's out next Friday.
Mm.
We actually started writing a script for a Nintendo Direct video.
Oh. Nice.
That's how much Elden Ring took over.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
The script for
this is gonna end, and we're gonna go and play Elden Ring.
Oh my god. Oh man. There's a lot you can do.
The script doesn't what's happened. We're doing a Nintendo Direct video of why do people freak out over Nintendo Directs. That's the concept of the video.
Nice.
The concept of the video is why do people act like this over Nintendo? They don't react over any other game and stuff except Nintendo. So the video is about Nintendo Directs, and it's going to have to finish off with the next Direct. But we're going to try and make it good.
Yeah.
Why are grown adults screaming like 2-year-olds?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why do I watch a Nintendo Direct and just say, "Oh my god, Xenoblade? Yes, please."
That is cool. That is cool.
Fun.
That's the concept.
All right. That's fantastic. Yeah, no, I didn't play any video games at all this week. It's been a lot. I'm working on trying to edit a video of our own as well, which is taking up all gaming time. So
It was a bunch, man.
It
Yeah.
is a bitch.
Played. I
Wow.
got back into Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel and did that.
all right.
That's about it. Oh well, and then the girlfriend and I played a whole bunch of Final Fantasy.
Of course.
So that's
Yes.
about
Do
it.
you edit on that big screen?
I'm
Aaron?
sorry.
What's that?
Aaron, do you edit on the big screen? Do you edit on
Not
the
on
big
this.
screen?
No.
Why?
I got these dual monitors here, and I try to set up.
That would be pretty
Everything
cool
there.
to do.
Yeah. But no.
Like we edit, like when we get a chance, we edit on the big TV.
Wow.
Oh,
That's an
Longer
interesting idea.
timelines.
Yeah, that's true.
You need it.
Yeah, no, I stick with this is where I'm comfortable right here. I don't know, maybe that'll help. Maybe I should try that one day.
Day.
Not a
Can't be
bad
that
idea.
hard.
Not a bad idea. I'll think about
no,
it.
no.
Do we have anything else? Did we play anything else?
Like I said, not like kind of just on that MMO grind with other people. Like Ray and Anthony are both in WoW Classic now.
Oh boy, right.
So like
They're gone. They are gone.
Got a couple daughters, man.
Ray is lovely.
He seems like a lovely guy.
Yes.
He is. He's fantastic.
Covered in tattoos of Pokemon.
He seems like just a genuinely nice guy.
Yeah.
He is.
I've never actually spoke to him, but every interaction I've seen you guys have, he just seems like a lovely guy.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Ray is great.
All
What
right.
are you playing at the moment?
I'm sorry.
What are you playing at the moment?
Me?
Emily.
Emma.
Oh,
Oh,
I was like, wait, me?
Yes.
Currently, I'm playing Ultimate Alliance 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
spicy. I like it.
On the Switch.
Yeah.
Nice.
It looks like shell shade. It looks like,
fair enough.
I don't
Are
think
you-
I said shell shade,
Is it?
which is what it is. It's shell shade.
A little bit, but it's super fun. I actually a couple weeks ago played after we had our podcast, and I'm all the way in chapter 6, which is the Dark Dimension.
Okay.
Nice.
What's
And
your team
I'm
now?
Stuck.
Oh.
Huh? What's my team now?
Yeah.
Currently I have, let's see, Ghost Rider, Spider-Man, and Miles Morales.
Mm.
And oh god, what's that girl's name? I can't remember her name. But she's also a gunslinger, which is pretty dope. But yeah, I'm stuck on the fight against Doctor Strange and Dormammu.
Oh boy.
So
This sounds fun.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Has anybody
Yeah,
seen the new Doctor Strange?
Yeah, it was great. I loved it.
oh
You see,
Such good
because
shit.
I like it's Sam Raimi, isn't it?
I
Yeah.
love Doctor Strange so
You
much.
see, it's
Love
Sam
it.
Raimi, right? So I bumped into my brawler today
Mm.
yeah.
at the shop. We were like in Sainsbury's, which is like Walmart, I
Mhm.
guess. So we were at Sainsbury's, and I bumped into him, and he was like, he was talking to me because he knew that me and the kids were watching Evil Dead 2 last night,
Mm.
and he was like, "Have you seen Doctor Strange yet?" And I was like, "Well, how bad can it possibly be?" It's like it's gonna be. It's as well. The first one was great.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Sam Raimi, and Sam Raimi would clearly have an idea of superhero films,
Yes.
and he said it's fucking shit.
Wow. Oh my god. I had fun.
Like, no, this is my big brother,
Yeah.
my oldest brother, the person that got me into all this kind of stuff, and he was like, "Aaron, it's really fucking bad."
It can't be bad.
I-
Doctor Strange isn't bad.
We reviewed it the week it comes
But
out.
even,
Like,
you even look at it the same way.
Wait.
we reviewed it and we gave it a 4 out of 5. Everyone on the crew did, and we also And like I said, like everything about this movie is fantastic, except the writing is very mediocre. So if you're looking for a
story.
like if you're looking for a story, if you're looking for really cool direction and a fun time, yeah, I think you'll enjoy it.
Here's Sam Raimi having fun with the camera.
You need a story. You need a story.
Optical illusions, granted, you're
Mhm.
gonna get,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yep.
you need really fucking cool like fight scenes with that.
That's the problem with Blade 2.
It's fun. Is it good? I don't know. I had a good time watching it. That's
I had
about.
a good time watching it. I didn't
But,
have a good time watching Batman.
But
I didn't. But then it was a good film.
Oh, okay. All right.
Right now as well, I'm kind of fed up with just superhero films.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, do you remember in the early 2000s where it was just horror films, but they were like really shit horror films?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like Saw become like Saw was like, oh my god, Saw was amazing, blah blah blah. Next thing you know, it was Saw 19.
Yep.
And there was
Right.
there was a reboot of Nightmare on Elm Street, and there was a reboot of Friday the 13th, and there was a reboot of this, and a reboot of that. And I think we're in the same, we're
Halloween.
in a worse position with superhero films than we were in the early 2000s, because Scream one day was incredible. Now we're going, right, how can we recreate?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking
Yeah, it's just a lot.
I mean, we the memers got them to re-release
Yeah,
Morbius and then didn't watch it again. So.
Morbius is so funny.
Yeah.
Like it would, like if I was a studio executive and somebody was all, look, I've got an actor to do something, and I'd be like, who is it? And they'd be like, Jared Leto. I'd be like, oh, right, he just makes flops. Why would you go Jared Leto in your film?
Just
Name
no.
one film apart from Dallas Buyers Club that's super successful.
Right.
You can't.
He's a good side character, but not.
Not a.
Don't make him the
I'm
main.
Sorry,
Don't do
no.
that.
Right.
Name a film outside that. Okay.
Yeah. So. Anyway, I think that's it for
I'm
us.
so
That's it. Hey guys, we are on all those fun places, your YouTubes, your Twitters, your Twitch, all that good stuff. So you should absolutely go follow us those places.
Absolutely. We're also
And
on our
then-
Discord. We do a lot of stuff on the Discord.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll be streaming this week. We're still working on that E3 show thing we're doing.
Yeah.
So there's
E3?
that.
What is that?
Oh, what is an E3? I don't know. There's nothing. There's nothing called E3 happening this year. So as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't exist.
It doesn't happen.
Dead Jim.
Yeah, where do I find Nasty Boots stuff?
You can find us at www.youtube.com/Game Nasty, or you can find us at Miss Nasty Boots on Twitter, or you can find us on Game Nasty on Twitter, and you can find us on Instagram at Game Nasty.
No, I think it's Game Nasty Shorts.
Game Nasty Shorts on Instagram. By the way, you can also find us from time to time on Super Gamecraft.
You sure can.
Absolutely.
So be sure to check them out. All right.
Thank you.
Thanks for the platform, guys.
Absolutely. No, we'll have you on again soon. It'll be a good time.
All right. We love you guys. Have a
Love you.
fantastic rest of
Bye.
your weekend.
See you next week.
Are we on live?
Almost.
still live?
And